There we go. What's up? Final Sunday game, Brisbane Hawthorn of the triple header. We had a bit of an hour break. Uh, for the start of this wait, there'll be like obviously 20 minutes till the start of the game. I'll be sorting something out. Um, Hopefully it won't take too long. But in the meantime, well, it just says we started the live stream now. So actually, did we just start the stream now? Maybe we did. I've been talking for a bit. Um, I'll restart that then. This is the final Sunday game for the triple header. Brisbane Hawthorn winner makes top four. And it still says Freo was 7th on that ladder. So that can't be right. That has to be changed. So that can't be right. That has to be changed. Oh, I'm getting a call. And I can't answer that. I'm not answering any calls right now because we got enough interruptions in the last stream. We can't have that happen again. Young Snags in the chat. Freo are alive. But as I said before, obviously this is a huge game in the terms of the top four race. Can I somehow... So it says Freo is 7th. But they should be 5th, shouldn't they? So let's see where that went wrong. Yeah, Georgia, I'm sorry. I'll call you after the game if you want to say something to me. We'll have a chat. You not been following? Because what was the reason behind you not watching the St Kilda game? I thought you'd be all over that. Come on, reload table. Let's get Freo to 5th. Otherwise, I can't use this. But I'm not even blaming the Excel spreadsheet. I'm blaming the AFL website. Can you guys go on the AFL website and check to see what the ladder looks like? Oh, no, well, it says they're... Okay, it says they're 5th. Why is it saying on here that they're not? All right, don't worry. I'll get the chat up. For all the games that we've done, the 2 games, or the 5 games really, if we talk the other 2 games on Friday, this is the one I'm looking forward to most. So I'm hoping this is the one that gives us the most entertainment. And both sides just throw everything at each other. I wonder if I ended up getting on bounce. Someone put in a submission of me, but I doubt that'll get on bounce. Like I sometimes watch bounce because I do those segments where they like go through best social media clips, but I don't know, they never will chuck one of mine up. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the stream so I can get the chat on the screen. Here we go. I was trying to sort out, so that guy in the last stream, I'm not sure if you're still watching, but he was trying to help edit a clip for me on TikTok. He couldn't really grasp it too much. He didn't really understand how it all worked, and it was a bit too difficult for him. So I'm trying to get someone else to do it instead because I really would like this video edited like by the time the footy's done, or just basically as early as I can. And it's just way too difficult when I'm doing 3 games back to back to back, and the only break I get is a break where I want to spend a bit of time with family, have something to eat, and just sit back and relax. I'm not just going to use that hour to try and edit a video, rush it. So I can't do that. So let's just bear with me because that's currently what I'm doing. I'm just going to email them the footage. But I just really would like a ladder to not say 7th place though. Okay, let's see. Let me know. I can probably get it done in 20 minutes. Yeah, well, I've got this person that said they're going to do it. I appreciate you for offering to help though, Octa. I'm just not too sure even if I did need someone, if you'd be capable, because I don't think it's the most difficult thing to post, but clearly it's something that seems a lot more difficult than I thought it was. Just if you just look at it on paper, on face value, it seems not the most difficult task. So I've got to find the footage here to just send the guy. And this is even if they actually get a good work at it. If they fuck this up, I'm not uploading it. I'll just have to do it myself. That's mainly why I don't hire an editor, because this is very basic stuff. TikTok clip. If I can't even get them to execute a TikTok clip, someone who's moderately experienced, how in the hell am I going to get them to put together a full edited 15 plus minute YouTube video that would normally take me 10 plus hours to edit? Yeah, like for those wondering, oh, why are you not posting more often and all that, mate, editing takes up a lot of my time. And yeah, hiring an editor would be easy with that, but I just find the right one and also have to pay them. All right, just get back into the live stream here. Can you put a screenshot of the ladder? Look, I might just have to do that, but it's sort of annoying if I have to come down to that, because I spent a bit of time trying to get this live ladder thing on Excel to work. Yeah, it's not the best looking live ladder, but I've actually put time and effort into getting it set up so it actually automatically updates and I can format it and customize it a little bit, and there might be more to it, but now I might not be able to do that because for some stupid reason it's saying that the dock is a 7th when on the website that I'm using to display the data it says that they're 5th. And it was saying that they were 5th for most of the game. Alright. 7:08. I've given myself a bit of time here to get ready. How much would hiring and I don't know, like I guess it depends. Like you would think that someone who's not that great would be cheaper, in the cheaper end on the market, but an experienced editor that is the best in the business or one of the better out there would be quite a bit of money, and I just don't think I'd be able to just cough that up for every video because I don't think I'd be making a heaps back. So, right, I'll give it a one more crack here to see if I can get it updated. It really shouldn't be so difficult. I feel like a lot of this stuff just feels like it should be so much more simpler than it is. Would you go to Free v Gold Coast if that's an Elam? It's pretty annoying. Like, I've already spent quite a lot of money this year, obviously, on travel. You guys know that. I really didn't think there was any chance that Perth would be an option. Like, I could always just not do it, as it is not refreshing. Last refresh 7:08. Maybe it's using the wrong website. I'm gonna go back to the Rossline leaving in 2011 was the worst thing to happen to the Saints in their history. How? I don't think Rossline leaving in 2011 would have had much of it. Would have changed heaps, to be honest. Saints were always going to fall down in the ladder after 2011, regardless of whether we had Ross or not. But yeah, I guess it would have given us a bit more stability with Ross. So I'm trying to find the right AFL live ladder. So the live ladder on the AFL website. Can I refresh it, please? Wait. Is there no option for a live ladder? No, there would be. Dylan, I was watching Bounce to see if that clip that was filmed, that turn it up clip was going to get put on it. I assume it hasn't been put on it because if it has, I assume people would have messaged me by now. That's the one good thing about being relatively known. Yeah, people if they see me on TV, they are quick to send me a message to say that they saw me at the game or on TV. Okay, so I'm just going to completely refresh this because I can't have it sitting like that. Otherwise, I'm going to either have to get rid of the live ladder or just screen grab on from the AFL website or something, but it won't look as good. And now my laptop. And it's certainly not the place to be doing it right now. Alright, so bounce should be over then. Is this like the latest Sunday game that there has been like all year? One of the latest. Oh, it's not gonna work. This is not gonna work. Do you reckon there would have been a later game, Kobe? What a disappointment. Do I just grab one from another website then? I mean, the AF. A real big pain in the ass doing that though, because it's going to look a lot shitter. In the meantime, I want to hype myself up for this game and have a little bit of a talk about it. I've still got to email this guy all the footage that I need for this video, so now I've got to do that. Has the AFL uploaded the game replay highlights yet for the Giants Saints game? Let's have a look. I think Geelong West Coast last month. I think that was on at the same time. I reckon that was also on at 7:20. This is on at 7:20 as well. I reckon there's been a later game than 7:20. But you can tell me if I'm wrong on that. On a Sunday night. Like, especially a Sunday night that isn't the same week as like a public holiday. Why have they not uploaded the full highlights? You prick. Well, I gotta have to wait. I'm just gonna tell them that I'm just gonna have to wait. Um, I'm guessing there was one at 8:10. I just don't think on a Sunday night they would. Why would you have Sunday night footy so late? That's still pretty late in WA standards. Like normally you wouldn't have a game that late. Just full stop. If there's school on the next day or work, it's a work day, you just wouldn't. Trying to get the Giants Saints highlights because I got a video that I want to put out today, if I can even do that now, from the game. And I know what I want done. It's just I can't do it on stream. And if I did do it on stream, then I'd either cause the stream maybe to lag a little bit, but worse off, I wouldn't be watching the game. What would the point of me streaming be if I'm doing something else? So I've gotten someone that's agreed to help out in getting that video edited, but there's no, I can't even get the replay, so I've got to wait. No, I don't want. I want the full. Did I say the highlights? I meant the full match replay. That's what I want. Because I need the full match replay. If I had the highlights, isn't going to give me everything. Alright, I'm gonna give it like one more crack here for the stupid match replay within 24 hours. Am I actually asking for too much? Normally the match replay is out sort of quickly. They're all out for the games on Saturday. No, not true, because the West Coast Sydney match replay is already out, so I don't think it's 24 hours. I vividly remember one game, it took like 5 hours for me to get it. But it's not the end of the world. Like, it really isn't the end of the world. Like, I just post it tomorrow, but it'd be cool if I could be able to post it today. I know the ladder's wrong. I don't know why it hasn't updated. It's doing its own fucking thing. I really need it to be accurate for the last game, and it's not. It's saying Freo is still 7th. It's saying Freo still have, for some reason, what was 15? Yeah, 15 wins. It's just like, can something work? Like it doesn't have. It's not, I'm not asking for much. I'm not asking for a lot here. I'm honestly just asking for the bare minimum, and I'm not getting that. Does anyone know any other decent websites that have the live ladder? Fox Sports has one, but it's not live. It needs to be live. There was a game in round 12, 8:20. This year, uh, ESPN has one. I'll have a look at that. Just wait. Who's your premiership favourite right now? Not Adelaide, Geelong. I know, as much as I hate to say, probably Geelong. ESPN, they do have one, but it's the way it's formatted. Oh, yeah, okay. They formatted it all right. I might actually use the live ladder on ESPN. Is it going to be live though? Are you sure it's live? Well, only one way to find out here. We're gonna use that website to to give us all the data, and if it doesn't update, then we'll know it's not live. They're playing it too early. I belong. Oh, no, it's not going to work. Oh, wait. Let's see. Check Footy Wire. Footy Wire. I know that there's one. Look, there are websites, right? But it'll screw up with the table. It needs to just update normally, not update and give me all this extra information, because then it just makes the it'll just increase the size of the rows and columns, and they'll look shit. It won't actually look. Yeah, someone says it's not live. Well, it's just frustrating because I actually had it working for a lot of the original games beforehand. Suddenly just shit itself. I'll give it one more crack. I'm going to copy the same link for the original one that was working, and if it's not going to do that, I'm not sure. I might get rid of it. Zero Hanger. Well, I've been to the Zero Hanger studios, so maybe next time I go there, I'll tell them to fucking do an update, and I'll have a live ladder. Oh, just seriously. Because it was inaccurate on the website, and that's what it looked like. It like changed it on the website, and that's why, oh, all right. But when they fix it, it'll be fine. And they fixed it, and it's not fixed here. So looks like the game's just about to start right now, so I'll have to hope it fixes soon. So this is the game that I've been looking forward to all week. This is the game. I was looking forward to the other two, but this is the real one. Two genuine contenders. Hawthorn can genuinely win the flag if they win this game and then they beat Geelong or something. Because I'll play Geelong. Or will they? They might not. You're going to... Yeah, I'll definitely go to a few Gage games. I enjoy going to the BBL. Oh, you prick. This will... The thing is, right, I could just update the live ladder manually. Oh, it worked. It worked. Good. Just fix the colors. Hallelujah. It did work, yeah. This game better be a sellout. No offense, we're a way better team than Hawk. Not if you guys lose to them. No, you're definitely a better team than Hawthorn. Newcomb with the first, not maybe set shot, but opportunity at one. No, you don't have to apologise. I get you've wanted to help out and you weren't able to get it done, but let's, to be honest with you, even if you got everything right, at the end of the day, you wouldn't have been able to get the whole game replay. Because I needed the whole, like the whole last quarter of that game. There are no replays yet on YouTube as it stands. So, I don't know if there's anyone out there that wants to refresh the AFL website every 5 minutes to check if the highlights and match replay are both out. But if not, I'm not getting that video out today. Hawks should be third now. It is gonna play off with the colours big time. So I do apologise with that if it does. I'm just waiting for Hawthorn to jump to third. Are you still going to stream the finals or the women's? I'll stream the finals. I think I'll probably do women's St Kilda games, interstate ones, because I only really care about St Kilda in the AFLW. Unlike AFL, where I could watch any game, like, I'm not the sort of person that would just go to a neutral AFLW game unless it's like a final or, I don't know. Unless you've given me a really good reason to. Cameron, out of form, had a good week last week, and the Lions need him to really have a big month of footy heading into finals. Footy Wire is updating the ladder. Well, I've got the ladder working now, hotkey, which is good. I don't know what was going on before with it, but it's working. It's just the colors are off, and that's only it's not the website's fault. It's something to do with Excel. He's missed it. So this is where it gets interesting now. As it stands, it's a draw. It's changed 3 times. Who would you rather finish top 4? I would rather see the Hawks finish top 4 because it's a bit different. And I know you say different, like 10 years ago Hawthorn was in the top 4, but this Hawthorn team to finish in the top 4 would be quite different. Actually, if I had to pick a side to finish 4th, I would love a draw. It would be the funniest thing. I actually want it to be a draw. But your ladder isn't live. No, it is live. It's updating. See how Brisbane are now dropped? Hawthorn are now 7th. It is live. You've done streams all day, says Wayne. Yeah, it's a triple header. Big games of footy. What changes are the Dons going to make the finals next year? I don't think there's much that you can do. Just hope you don't get injured so often. If they look, if they can maybe see what they can do with their full list for most of the season, they can really see where they're at. No, all good, hotkey. Are you going to make the Wattle Park granny? I'm going to the game, yeah. A few people are. Bailey's hit the post from 10 out. I could probably make the Lions score. Change the colour. I imagine I'm not the only one live streaming this game. Let me just see if I'm competing. Not many big channels are streaming that game. I think it's at Melbourne High School. I'm not too sure. I know one of my good mates. He was in year 8, and I think after year 8, I think it's year 8. Year 9 it's year 9 to 12 is Melbourne High School. So he moved to Melbourne High School because he's like I couldn't call him a nerd. He's pretty smart. I bet you could kick it from 10 meters out. Depending on how much pressure I have, I'd probably miss it from 10 meters out, to be honest. Like, I'm known to miss really easy set shots and goal kicking challenges. I have before. So Gunson wins it. Well, that was well done from Gunson. Very well done. D'Ambrosio looks for Chol. And Chol hits him. He sticks his hands out. And he grabs the mark. And this is for the lead again. Why does Kai Lohman have a glove on his hand? They call him the glove man for a reason. They don't call him the glove man. I couldn't tell you why he has one. Injury? Did he have a hand injury? I don't know. A lot of beers. You can see in the crowd. There you go. Chol puts it through. First goal of the game. Wait, did I make a Brisbane one on Hawthorn goal song? Oh, did I? I'm just going to check if I've actually updated it. No, that's Freo's. I'll have to add one then. It's Freo's. Might have to just pick one from... which one do we want? Let's do this one. I like this song. Head in your head, zombie. All right, and then Brisbane, I guess we'll wait for their first goal if they do get one. Get the goals tally to 7. You should put the 6-7 song. Just fuck the 6-7 trend. I don't know if you're talking about the trend or just the song, but just 6-7 in general. I hope the scoreline isn't 6-7 here. But you look at the ladder, 6th place Fremantle. At this rate, will be versing 7th place Brisbane. Ignore the colouring. But as it stands, this is what the first week of finals will... Actually, no, because then Gold Coast are going to have a part. But no, yeah, Gold Coast will just finished 8th as it stands. So Gold Coast will play GWS. What the... GWS Gold Coast. Well, don't worry about not getting a ticket for that. Hopefully it is... I really hope it's GWS v Gold Coast. That'd be hilarious. That'd be so funny. I always thought to myself, if Gold Coast can make finals, imagine he can... But they won't beat the Giants. That's the thing. It won't be a contest. I'm not explaining to you guys about what 6-7 means. If you don't know what it means, you can look it up. Because I can't even give you a good enough explanation. It just doesn't even make any sense. I don't get how it's become such a big thing of a meme and all that rubbish. So just do yourself a favor and just ignore it when you see it on social media. Just ignore it. Scroll past it. Report the videos. Report them for terrorism if you really need to. Dear! Strong mark. And Kolscher can line up for goal number 2. So as it stands, Adelaide play Collingwood again. Geelong will play Hawthorn, and that'll be the only final at the MCG, which sort of sucks. However, it's a guarantee there'll be a final at the MCG for week 2, though. But a lot of the top 8 are interstate clubs, and that'll just fall short. Tokyo for Brit. You like that song? I do as well. I hope Crows play Collingwood because I'm going to the Crows' first home final. You want to play Collingwood? Oh, Crows fans kind of have a few options here. They could play GWS, they could play Hawthorn, they could play Collingwood. The only way they play GWS is if it's a draw. Which would be kind of funny to see the two teams basically it's pretty much just a loss for them both. But what are the chances? The game we just watched, the winner plays finals. Like it's between the two clubs that are playing. Whatever winner comes from it, they're in the 8, the other isn't. This is for the top 4. So same scenario, just for top 4. Who sings it? I think it's Vampires and Wolves. I think. I might be wrong. Ball! Connor McDonald, he's gone. I don't know why I'm cheering, because I kind of want Hawthorn to win. It's my birthday on Tuesday. Happy birthday for then. Reville finds a spot, and that's McCluggage, who probably should be making All-Australian. So, yeah, I don't know what happened there with Connor McDonald. I don't think he meant to do that. As a Cats fan, I want to face Hawthorn. Yeah, I asked a few of the Geelong fans earlier in the stream if you'd rather play Hawthorn or would you rather play Brisbane. Because I don't think Collingwood can finish 3rd. Or can they? Can Collingwood finish 3rd? Let's just say that the final scoreline's 93 Brisbane, 97 Hawthorn, or 94 Hawthorn. I've got no idea. The chance would be very slim. Moore will find Chol, and Chol should kick the Hawks 2nd. G'day, Sarah. They can't. So even if it's the scoreline's 100, 101, Hawthorn win by a point. Because the higher the scores, the lower the percentage gain will be. Something tells me that they might. AFL Legend said earlier, if it's a 12-point win, Hawthorn is going to win by 12 or more points. So yes, the Pies can finish 3rd. And Chol, he's got it. Snuck it in. So it's a 10-point margin. 4-14. It's not surprising that the Hawks have come out the blocks early. Alright, let's try and get this looking a little bit more accurate. Thomas does some damage. I think I've messed something up here. Good thing is it normally, yeah, it just fixes the percentages just fixed there. So thank you for that. Just checking if that's the right colours, and then Hawthorn. I just got to. Oh, actually, I got a Brisbane Hawthorn. Brisbane. Brisbane. Just so it's just aesthetically, it looks nicer. Yeah, AL. Tell him the facts there. So because it's a low scoring start, the percentage. Hold up. It'll fix the Collingwood on the fifth place it'll fix. So just give me a sec to have that sorted. If Brizzy make the four, they go out in straight sets. That's a bold assumption to make. I think Brisbane are not a club you're going to be wanting to play when you have them in the finals. I think if Adelaide, well, I don't think Adelaide can play Brisbane, but if any side in the top four play Brisbane, they'll be scared. So look at that. Collingwood have now magically finished fourth and fifth. It does piss me off that Collingwood. Well, I really would have liked to have seen Gold Coast in the top four, but that's their fault for screwing that game up. Mempton, no, they won't. If Bulldogs make top eight, well, I'm hoping that Collingwood thing fixes itself. It will. It automatically does. We're just waiting for it to fix it. Giants, I think, will finish fifth, and then they'll play the Bulldogs. And I don't. Oh, actually, the Bulldogs can beat the Giants if that happens. But let's just not talk about the Bulldogs making finals. That won't happen. You feel for the Bulldogs players in a way because normally by now you would know if your season's done. But because the game is on a Wednesday, that'll just confirm whether they make it or not. That means that they can't have their Mad Monday celebration. They can't, just flick off the switch or just stop worrying or stop training. They've got to just act as if though they still could make the eight, which is a bit unfortunate for them, but that's just the way it is. Hawks are looking real dangerous here. And in fact, they're looking like they can score every time they go inside 50. Collingwood fourth and fifth. Yeah, I'm just going to have that fix. Brilliant kick from Ashcroft and Logan Morris. Yeah, okay, there you go. And I just got to fix the Giants colour. Dogs have the third best percentage in the comp. And not just likely, they're incredibly likely to miss. Someone said it earlier. The Dogs will end up being the club with the highest percentage ever in VFL AFL history to miss out on top eight. And not just percentage, but points. Missed it. The Lions can't score at the Gabba. They can't inflict a scoring issue for the opposition at the Gabba, which is weird because they're normally really strong there. People think, oh yeah, Brisbane at the Gabba, easy win. The Hawks, I'm pretty not confident, but I'm tipping them to be up for most of this game. It's just, will they be up at the final siren? Because Brisbane, they normally have those sort of games, like against Sydney. They're behind for a lot of it, and then they finally start playing good footy when it's a bit too late. I've seen it a few times this year. I went to my first ever AFL game today, the Bulldogs Freo. That was your first ever game? Oh, I sort of feel for you, in a way. Brisbane might be having one of those games where they can only miss. Yes, it's sort of. It is sort of funny when the sides like just can't kick straight and it's just like 0 goals, 8, 0, 9, like Collingwood. But I don't want that to be in this game because I really want it to be close. I think you'd be on a similar page there, AL. They've dominated inside 50s though, the Lions, but Hawthorn have actually been really solid defensively. I kind of did shout you out earlier, AFL lad. Like you've been helping out. Scrimshaw, Eamon, Watson almost. Here we go. Wilmot goes inside 50. That's a mark to Sam Day, it looks like. They've got their 6th shot now. Yeah, well, I had a video that I had to postpone and another one that I couldn't release because it was so difficult to edit on like a Friday, Thursday night. So if I have a pretty productive week, I should have 4 videos out next week because I'm going to the Legends game on Thursday. Yeah, I want to increase the output a lot. There, who asked that question? Noah. There you go. Yeah, another point. 0.6. The output needs to be increased because I've got a lot of stuff that I won't be able to fit in if I just have another week where I put out like one video where it was this week. But I was sick. It's not an excuse though. Not good enough. Wait, yeah, Gricky, he was the guy that offered to help assist with a TikTok, but it even if he had all the stuff which he didn't have, it wouldn't have mattered. Yeah, so if you've just joined the stream, the scorecard says 6, it's 0.6. I'm thinking of maybe I'm not sure if the only issue is space, but I am considering adding behinds and goals to the scoreboard. Maybe for the finals. Or definitely for next year, because the reason I've decided to just like not have it the last couple of years when the AFL have kept it is because like I thought it wasn't very necessary, but it helps you understand how the game's been played, who's been more accurate and who hasn't. But it's not that important. You can have a scoreboard without it, because ultimately all you need to know who's in front and what the scores are. But yeah, no, it is 0.6, not one straight. Bailey, can he find another target? He goes inside 50. Scrimshaw. There's Day. There's Cameron. And there's another behind. It's 0.7. Yeah, well, I don't need to technically have the... Oh, that actually shouldn't say Briz. That should just say Brit. That should just say Brit. Yeah, you're right. You could just do that. Get rid of the text. This would be so frustrating if you're a Brisbane fan. Like, I know they're used to seeing their side. Oh, there you go. Day marks. That has to be a goal. But I just say it's so frustrating. Seeing your side dominate like this in a massive game to finish in the top 4 at home and you've kicked 0.7. I think everyone's going to bring back the gold scoreboard for finals, to be honest. Most of the channels are that do these live streams. Sam Days hit the post. Oh, what can you do but laugh? I mean, you can't laugh if you're a fan of any of the Lions, you can't, but it's pretty funny. 0.8. There's 0 goals, 8. What is the longest it's taken for a team to kick their first goal? Because I think the Saints kicked 0.9 or 0.10 against the Cats one year in 2021. We were really inaccurate. I think that's when Max King kicked 0 goals, 5 or 6, and everyone was just giving him shit. Well, if this stays like this, then the Hawthorn aren't going to worry about falling out the... well, they'll finish top 4, but not getting replaced by the Pies. So it's going to really sting here if Hawthorn can get a goal. And Chol with a huge contested mark. This will sting. And I did have a feeling he might kick this. I just have a feeling that he might put this one through. He always creates a contest, Chol, and makes it difficult to defend. It's a good mark. So let's say if he kicks this goal, there'll be 3 goals too. They would have had 3 less scoring shots. They would have had, I think, 6 less inside 50s, potentially more, and be in front by 2 goals. I was right. I was right. Hawks have goal number 3, and I think that's his second for Chol. Oh, he's kicked his third. Well, I thought he kicked 2. That's actually a crazy scoreline. Look at the timeline. If you're on the AFL app. Look at the timeline. It's behind, Chol goal, behind, Chol goal, behind, Chol goal. Chol. It's a Chol trick. A hat trick of Chols. What's for dinner, Chol? He's hungry for goals. If the scoreboard... So if you extrapolate this, the scoreline will read 0 goals 32 to 12 goals 8, and Chol would have kicked 12. If that does happen, I don't know. What would I do? I would get a tattoo of Chol's face and just put it on my face if that happens. So that means that if I go out the street, I'll look like Chol. I can't imagine that ending very well if I did that. Oh, D'Ambrosio, that was brilliant. Where's Chol? Where's Chol? Newcomb. There's Chol. Newcomb. Should have just given it to Chol. You only get goals through Chol. And that's genuinely been the quarter. Chol Fest. Choli Cheeto. Brisbane are 0-8. I repeat, 0 goals 8. They're on track for 32 behinds. Apparently it's the second time in 5. Can someone tell me the other time that was then? In the last 5 years, the Lions have only scored... Sorry, in the last 5 years, the Lions have gone goalless for the second time. Let's try to remember then when that first time was, if I could. Brisbane goalless in the first quarter. When was the last time that happened? It took Port ages to kick a goal versus Melbourne. Do you know, this feels so much like a final. It feels like a final, but it's not. But I just feel like the last 2 games have felt like finals. Maybe not the Bulldogs game because it was played at Marvel, but this game feels like a final. This is why I tipped Hawthorn. Yeah, I was tempted to tip Hawthorn, but I just went the safe call of Brisbane. Because chances are they do win, and it just wouldn't sit right for me if the Lions do end up finishing 7th. But it's looking good for an Expansion Cup Elim final. I definitely would go to an Expansion Cup Elim final because it'd just be... You'll never see it again in your life, just about. Maybe, but you've got to create atmosphere. It won't feel like a final. The final that doesn't feel like one. Just hopefully if they have it and they do the final sketch fixture, which you're not going to know until after Wednesday, I just hope that Geelong Hawthorn isn't on the same day. So I want to go to both games. I'd be pissed off if the only final I went to was GWS Gold Coast. I would be pissed off. I'll see you at the footy. I really don't like this ad. A mod, please ban Roblox lover. Do we even have a mod on the stream right now? Can I just know what is Roblox lover trying to say? What does Jindel mean? I think the answer really that we're all thinking in our minds is who cares? Gold Coast v Giants crowd predictions. You've gone the early crow there. Well, again, there's no guarantee it'll sell out because the Brisbane game last year was a shot crowd. And who's going to travel up to a neutral expansion cup finally as well? But as it stands, like that's what's going to be the final. He's the creator of that Grower Garden. That's the Roblox game that everyone wants me to play. That I won't be playing. Because I'm not 7 years old. Dockers will get a 58,000 crowd. Do you reckon, regardless of who they play? Because they could play Gold Coast. I hope they don't. All right, predictions. When will Brisbane score their first goal close to the dot? Get a shout out or can get something. So put your predictions in. I mean, I could do a little Google form actually. Yeah, I will. So we get an accurate answer. All right, quickly make one. All right. And you have to predict who it will be. Fuck off. So to answer it, you got to put in like, for example, someone said in the chat like second quarter. You got to put the minute mark. So like, e.g., quarter two, 14 at 23 or some shit like that. Who will kick Brisbane's first goal? Okay, I'm gonna put the link in. So if you guys want to just be, oh shit, there's no way of me here. If you guys want to have any participation in this, I'm gonna put the link into that, and just click on it and give me who you think will kick Brisbane's first goal and when do they do it? At what quarter? Is it the second? Is it the third? And at what minute mark? See if we get some people responding on that. Assuming it works. If it doesn't work, let me know. You can keep responding until they kick their first goal, theory. All right, I'll read some of them out. So Vincent says that the Lions won't score their first goal till the 18:22. So we're assuming 18:22 on the clock. Or are we saying the 18-minute mark? I don't know. How do we format this? Normally the minute mark does mean the 18th minute mark. Oh, I'll do if you get that spot on regardless, I'll definitely give it to you. I'll just leave it and I'll read out whoever's closest. Who are some of the plays that they have? Charlie Cameron, Charlie Cameron, Charlie Cameron, Will Ashcroft, Archie, Morris, Bailey, Day, Morris, Rayner. All right, well, I reckon that Zorko will kick there first. Bit of a left field name to kick the first goal for Brisbane. Used to be a forward. There's Morris. There's Cameron. Free kick they might be. No, I really wanted that to go through for a point, so it could be 0 goals 9. It's annoying that the fans boo when they don't get given a free kick when the player is clearly playing for a free kick. Yet if it happens the other way around, you know, and it ends up being a free kick, they had the biggest fucking cry when that's exactly what they're asking for themselves. And that'll be a free kick, Ashcroft. That's high. That's high. Is he going the shot? Couldn't be going the shot. Okay, just spoil it through, please. McCluggage. Did anyone say McCluggage? So it was early in the second. It was 18:25. So someone said 18:22. Vincent said 18:22. People were saying the third quarter. Yeah, no, the third quarter was never likely. Oh, wait, someone did say McCluggage. Jake Star. But you said McCluggage 16:35. Someone just answered. Sorry, people are now being. People think like they can cheat the system by only just putting it in now for McCluggage. So Vincent was the closest time, and McCluggage was the only one that. Yeah. Vincent closest time, and that Jake Star was the only one that went McCluggage. Oh yeah, and I've got to figure out what I'm using for the goal song as well. What am I? What will I do? They're going again. Could be a point. No, it won't. Well, it won't be Tokyo. It's because it needs to actually line up with what I have. Can I choose a song for a dono? If you don't have $5, you can pick the song and I'll change it. Actually, yeah, every $5 donation, you can change the song. So if you don't rate it, you think it's shit, let me know. And really, it's not that big of a deal, but if you want to have a little bit of an input. Forgot I had this. Go Hawk. Yeah, all good. See out. Cheers, Kobe.
YT is now a member.
Big.
Forgot I had this go the HOK.
3-month milestone. No one's there. Hawks under pressure right now. Under hot pressure. Dogs don't deserve top 8. But look at their fucking percentage, mate. I think any side of the percentage like that, you just say they deserve it. Just honestly, just say that they deserve it. Pressure in the last 10 minutes. So it's been all Brisbane. Did you hear about Darcy Wilson going to Richmond? When was that proposed, mate? You'd have to be pulling your strings there to... Oh, drop mark there. For anyone actually believing that statement. Okay, there's a little bit of an issue now with Hawthorn's defensive pressure there. That was very easy there for Dunkley. John Ralph. If I look up Darcy Wilson Richmond, will something come up? Okay, I don't know why I haven't seen it myself. It's probably nothing to take seriously then. It's John Ralph at the end of the day. That's a shocker. 1-9. It'd be cool if the... Not cool. Is cool the right word? Cool to see a scoreline of like 25 behinds, because I don't think that's happened before in modern day AFL. If you didn't read this, you have to go back to BRISBANE. If I heat up a meal of roosters... If you heat up a meal of roosters... Yeah, well, I'm not doing shite if you do that. Try the new McDonald land shake. I'll order a McDonald land shake from Uber Eats if... Because I actually do want to try it. Sometimes good advertising works, and that advertisement has actually gotten me to want to try it. What should I do? Okay, if Massimo D'Ambrosio kicks a goal in this quarter, I will order the new, whatever it's called, the McDonald's shake, the McDonald land shake from Uber Eats. If I did that, I'd probably just get other stuff so it's not so wasteful, because it'd be a waste if you ordered just that from Uber Eats. You'd probably be paying $14 for one shake, if that, probably more. It's arse. Depends if you like the flavor. What's the flavor? Get the McArch. Yeah, maybe. Potentially. Where's D'Ambrosio? Oh, there he is. Oh my God. He's in the forward line. He had space there. That was almost like a straight away, get the stupid shake. He actually could have gotten a goal. Apparently it tastes like cherry medicine. So it's not prime. I don't reckon a milkshake could possibly taste like medicine. It'd be too creamy. I like cherry drinks, so I actually think it wouldn't taste too bad. I mean, I like Dr. Peppers and cherry cokes, and that's a bad slip. Jath goes to Gunston. Has he kicked 59 this year? So this is for his 60th. He's already kicked 60. So he's kicked 60 goals. That's not Marshall's fault. This one's going to be a tough one. 60 goals, 30, so good accuracy. Will he be the only goal kicker for the Hawks? No, he won't be. Joel won't be. Beautiful kick. You can literally... If Hawthorn... Alright, not even Hawthorn. Oh, Stream Deck. Just have to do it like this. If you had to pick a player from any team to kick a goal after the siren, who would you pick? You could go from every team onwards, but if you had one player to choose, would Gunston be that player? No Chol face tattoo. Well, actually, it was never going to happen because I had to... The final scores were... I'm pretty sure I said the final scores had to be 0 goals, 32 to... 12 goals. 8, I think, but Hawthorn had to have Chol as their only goal kicker. What even is the McArch? Someone told me it's pretty decent, but I might not like it because I don't know what's in it. Marshall's there. Oh yeah, whatever happened to Henry Smith? Did Henry Smith end up getting a suspension for his finger up the arse, or did they just leave it and not really go and investigate any further? Fogarty, Heaney, Chol, Gunston, Darcy, Nas. Yeah, Nas is the only right answer. Nah, he isn't. Well, actually, in a moment like that, you probably just you would back him in, but he kicked 0-3 today. Um, and Darcy's a safe one, but he missed today. But every player misses. I would probably take Shannon Neal. Is that a bad call? I don't think it's a bad call. I think Shannon Neal is a really good call, to be honest. He is one of the best set shots in the AFL. He got dropped. Oh, I'm sure it was because of that. Sure, that was the only reason. Did he play last week? Actually, he probably didn't against Freo, but he kicked 4 goals against Collingwood. Jeremy Cameron from a tight angle. Yeah, you get, because not just about if they're a good set shot, how good are they in the pressure moments? Shannon Neal has never really had a really precious set shot, but every time I watch him play, he kicks a goal. Put the message in again, speedrunner, if it's so important. I wouldn't trust a Brisbane player. No, I wouldn't either. I mean, Zach Bailey's a pretty good one. And speaking of Zach Bailey, here he is. He's kicked the goal off the siren before. Good tackle. Right on cue there, Zach Bailey. He just couldn't grasp the ball cleanly. But he's good in the clutch moments. He kicked that goal in the grand final. Kicked the goal after the siren. He kicked that goal against... remember that goal against the Bulldogs in the semi-final? Jasper Fletcher, beautiful kick, and he's a great player for the Lions. He's a youngster that will play 250 games. Good old Jasper Fletcher. He's kicked the Lions second. Cookie and Muffin plays. Yeah, you've mentioned No Teeth Man before. Do you actually know who he is, or do you just know him because I've maybe talked about him on a stream like 4 years ago? Dawson, Rayner, Cripps. Oh, he's got every team. Dawson for Adelaide. Yeah, I mean, Adelaide have a lot of accurate goal kickers, to be honest. I'd even consider Thilthorpe, Tex even from long range, or Fogarty. Rayner, Cripps for Carlton. Well, now I don't think I can take what you're saying as seriously now, because you put in Bolton. I wouldn't have Bolton there. I wouldn't have Gresham. I'd have Elliott. I wouldn't have Cripps. You've got Bailey Smith for Geelong. No, he wouldn't be my pick at all. You go Neil, I reckon, or Cameron even. Or Grind Myers, he's a good set shot. You go Matt Rao, I'd go Noah Anderson. Jones. Chol, Petrarca, Darling. I'd go Gunston over Chol. And I wouldn't go Petrarca. And I don't know why you wouldn't go Larky over Darling. That's a very random list. If you don't read this, you have to buy the McDonald Land Shake. Yeah, but if I don't see it, then I won't know about the comment. How am I going to buy the shake? Look, I want to try the McDonald Land Shake. I don't want to try it that badly, but I want to. I will buy the shake off Uber Eats or whatever if the Hawks are to go through D'Ambrosio in the second. Because if I leave it any later, then it's just I might not get it by the time the game finishes. There's no point. There's a giant spotter. Please be a draw. Yeah, draw FC. I mean, You know, they've got an active support group on Instagram. You'd be backing them in here. It's happened once this year, but a draw is actually a possibility. If the Lions kick the next goal, their draw would be in front. The Giants would be in the four. And interestingly enough, well, actually, Draw FC isn't bottom of the ladder. They're 18th. West Coast are bottom. How embarrassing is that? Draw FC have more points than the West Coast Eagles. Wilmot's got a beard? Mate, I haven't been paying enough attention. Lohman, he's got it. And there you go. The Giants are in the four. The Giants, just like that, are in the four. That's how close it is. And Hawthorn have coughed up a bit of a spot. They're back down to 7th. How are your 58 Big Macs? I don't know what you're talking about. When have I had 58 Big Macs? If I was a GWS fan, I would have honestly just put like a $20 bet on the draw because you'd be riding on the draw regardless. You may as well put a bet on it. Yeah, you can hear it though before the game though. They always, but I don't think I've heard the West Coast song all year except for once, and that was when I watched them play St Kilda. Because I've never been to a West Coast game where they've run out. Like, I've watched so little of West Coast. They're so irrelevant. They are so shit. Good tackle. Do you reckon Starsfitch goes to West Coast? Because I could certainly use someone like him. And he'll get paid more. Oh, Rayner, what a tackle. What a really good tackle. Dunkley, they're just getting it forward very well here. The Lions, very creative stuff. Will that be a free kick? Yep. Lohman. They're able to find goals now. Kyle Lohman. So it'll be a lead for Brisbane now, no matter what happens. And they'll jump back into the four. And they're back into the four, Brisbane. They'd be third. If you want the song to be changed, let me know. Daddy, I should have that as the goal song. Now, next time I do a Brisbane game, if they play finals and I stream a Brisbane final, remind me to have the goal song. Every single song's different in accordance to who kicks the goal. Yeah, I do, Footy Flicks. Yeah, I actually did see that. Or was that on TikTok, wasn't it? So Brisbane a third, Collingwood a fourth, Giants a fifth, Freo a sixth. Still says Hawthorn a third here. Why the fuck does it still say Hawthorn a third? It's like it wants to work when it feels like it. Dear. Alright, this is to level the scores again. Okay, there you go. I don't care colours are different again. At least it's accurate. And really, it's just Brisbane and Hawthorn are switching spots. The colour difference isn't that far off between the two teams, isn't it? He's missed it, though. Here we go. Zorko. Good mark though. Scrimshaw. He's got to kick it. He'll be caught. It's not often that Charlie Cameron has actually been looking dangerous in a game, but he's looking quite dangerous. And he looked very dangerous when he played Hawthorn at the MCG this year as well. Ward. To Newcomb. Just don't look for D'Ambrosio, please. Watson. Nick Watson's done nothing but get his shorts dirty. No, the Telstrad's probably going to come back now that you say that. I reckon I've definitely seen it in the last week or two. As an actual ad. He's missed it. So, maybe there's just something wrong with kicking to the right hand of screen. You thought he had less than 31 goals? Oh, 31 goals sounds quite accurate from the Hawthorn games I've watched. He's kicked about 1.5 goals a game. The sort of player that can have either big impacts with low possessions or just has no impact whatsoever. Why are you daring someone to say their name? It's not a dare at all. I can't read your name. You've got like a difficult name to read. I'm not going to even attempt to read that. What's the crowd like? I reckon there could be. Well, the capacity of the Gabba is like 37, so maybe 34, 35. Really loud on TV. In fact, it looks like it could be more. Doesn't look like there's a single seat that hasn't been taken. Yeah, I don't get why Liam Jones isn't playing. There has to be a reason behind it. But how you said like he's 33 years old, Liam Jones. Has he been offered a contract for next year? Surely, yeah. Cameron. And he'll get a 50. He'll get a 50. And I tell you what, he's not the sort of player you want getting on top. You don't want country roads to be getting played at this stage into the game. Very intimidating, sorry. What for? Because the Milkshake Man and D'Ambrosio ran through the protected area. Silly. Cameron 0-2. He's quite inaccurate, Cameron. But he's accurate now. So they've kicked 5 now. They've kicked the last 5 of the last 6. I think. The cool thing about when they sing Country Road, they keep singing even when the ball's bounced again. That's the cool thing. Hello? What? How? Just standing or? Hold up. Do you want lighting or?
Yes.
Couldn't you get a better photo though?
Oh, it's just mine.
Yeah, but that's weird. You know what that also meant? That also means I don't get to listen to Country Road. Were they still singing it when the ball was which? Still Brisbane here. Wilmot again. Could give it back to him, but Rayner will go. That's, what's his name? Marshall, that is. McCluggage goes back to him. Marshall. Out of bounds. They were. Yeah, of course they are. They love it. That's why some of the fans probably go to the games. One of the teams that make these goal songs work. But I couldn't tell you that every team makes them work. Like, I don't really think North make it work. Especially when you got Tom Power having bloody KSI's thick of it. Like, that's not getting you up and about. And did he kick a goal, Tom Power, against Adelaide? Probably not. He did. So if I went to that game, I would have heard a bit of a thick of it. Did he kick a goal early? No, he kicked one in the last quarter. So, 10-point margin. $13 to 10 in the inside 50 count. The first time you have a good day. Sam Marshall's got 14 disposals. I've seen him have it a lot. And he slipped out. He could have had 15. Could be the leading disposal gatherer. 2 Ashcroft's with 14. Let's see if D'Ambrosio can find the footy. Where is he? I think I see him. Jath. Got a Paddock. Oh, Jesus Christ. Mitchell Lewis. Well, you would have thought he would have got the free kick there. If there was a free kick paid, normally they give it to the one if it's a 2-on-1. Why was that a free, though? That's just a contest. How is that a free? What? Did they give you did they give an explanation for the free kick? That's shit. He doesn't deserve to kick this. It'd be robbery if he kicks this. So the Gabba will be loud, but with boos, because he's kicked it. Shit umpiring. Shit umpiring, because Starcevich did nothing wrong. Fair enough if Lewis was hit high, but he wasn't. Give me a better angle of the replay. It'd be good if they can just admit that they got that one wrong. Let the umpire say, that wasn't probably a free. I'm taking the goal song request $5. That's what I said before, because it's just like, otherwise anyone can just do it. Otherwise we'll keep Brisbane's and Hawthorns as it is. It's perfectly fine. Scrimshaw, Warple somehow gets out of there. So now Hawthorn have gotten a bit of momentum. Oh, Meek, mate. Ginnivan, Warple. If they escape here, I'll be surprised. Ginnivan's been quiet as well. Good tackle, Scrimshaw. Oh, not a great kick. It's a good game, this. It's been a good, honestly, all 3 games have been pretty good. You don't have to pay. I wouldn't pay if you didn't want to. But if you're desperate, had an extra 5 to throw away. Yeah, I'm going to check to see if they've uploaded the replay. They've uploaded the mini match. All right, well, it's probably, you know what, I can't be bothered. I'm just going to get it done tomorrow. Just wait for tomorrow. He's Rayner. Archie gets a quick kick away. He'll miss that. He does. 5 points. More expensive to pay than get a CD. Yeah, well, it's not the $5 just to get a request there. It's to support the channel as well. Better than yesterday's shitfest schedule. Yeah, but you can see why they had all the rubbish games on Saturday. It'd be better having that as the other way around, and this was yesterday. How shit would that have been? It's better to wait till the end. Oh, I didn't watch any of the West Coast game. I just didn't think it'd be great. Plus, I was also coming back from the footy, and I also did something on the. I can't say it on the stream. Maybe I'll wait for a chat with Cardi. I might have to save the story for the chat with Cardi. Yeah, it's just, yeah, look, I've only told like one person or 2 people this. Oh, yeah, thank you for the $1, mate. I can't really read your name. I hate this new, like, update where it's just, you can't read these names because they're like computer names. Like AI names, like ZJUGJ954. Yeah, I knew I was going to tell you what happened. Shouldn't have told you, but if there's anyone to tell, it would be you. Rayner kicks the goal. Big one before halftime. Yeah, I see it as well, the green screen flickering. They've kicked 6 goals this quarter. 6 goals, 2. Touching you. Sweet Caroline. Where's Mark? He should be there. So, yeah, it's a bad one to let away. He kicked that from 60. On the full. I saw the fans in the cheer squad. They're not happy. Yeah, I'd be pissed as well, though. You don't want to be conceding goals with 15 seconds left. So it's 17 seconds to not get a McDonald's land shake. 17 seconds, I think, is on the clock. 14. There's no time. Unless D'Ambrosio can get one. That'd be crazy. Oh, my God. They go inside 50. Where's D'Ambrosio? Where is he? Ginnivan! 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 He's got it! Wow! That's a goal. Give it him. Give it to him, mustache man. And let me click on the call. Confirm it. Well, it makes up for the Rayner one, I reckon, because margin's back to 5. So it eliminates it. Munro reckons it's a beautiful shit. Well, someone before said it was shit and it tastes like medicine. Is it cherry? What? Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna get it now. You know what? Unless we go again and pick another player, or I don't know. Which 4 teams have had the most disappointing seasons in 2025? Sydney would be up there, given they just played in the grand final. The Bulldogs, you can consider having them in there, and then you probably put Port Adelaide, Carlton. I reckon Port Adelaide, Carlton, Melbourne, and Sydney. If you don't know what the flavour is, then it can't be that good, right? Someone said it's cherry though. I know. Actually, if it was cherry, I feel like it. I could run to the milk bar right now and buy like a not that, but I could buy like a cherry Coke or something. I just feel like one, but that Glenda person or whatever what that name was, she'll say something about me getting a Coke, so I might have to just not do that. They got it just before the siren. All right, let's just see how much it would be. I'm not doing it, but let's just see how much it would be if I went and just got that. First crack after the footy. Mate, at that rate, first crack's going to end at midnight. Don't be that pissed off, Hawthorn fan. Don't be that pissed. I'm not doing a late night RL stream, but I am going to do more. I just need to find the right time to do the IRL streams, because if I do them too late, people kind of don't realize I'm live and they don't do well. Like, this is a good sort of time before final start to really start ramping up the content, but just to have the live streams do a bit better. Because there's not much worse than streaming in front of no one. I mean, death would be pretty bad, but be up there. You kept rotten teeth, darling. I still don't know if that was a real account or not, but it sounded quite real. You can have your rabbits predict the final. I don't have that many rabbits anymore, so I can't. The cancel told us to pretty much either sell them or, I don't know, even release them into the wild, skin them, do whatever, but we can't have a certain amount. Because some dickhead dobbed us in because a couple of the rabbits escaped. So I actually don't know how many we have, but we used to have like a lot. That's why I could do those videos, but like, they're fun and cute, but they take so much time to plan. And I just hate having the, like, just editing from like 9 p.m. to like 12 a.m. I hate it. It ruins my sleep. That's why this week I haven't posted much, because I've been sleeping a lot during the day and I didn't want to just edit over the, because when I was sick, I was like kind of just sleeping for a couple of the days. Let's see how much this shake is. I'm not going to order. It's $9.60 just for a large one. And let's say I wanted a whipped cream. Oh no, whipped cream is included. So if you want the sprinkles, it's an extra 75 cents. So if I didn't have this discount... Oh no. Yeah, have a guess exactly how much the amount is for just the one milkshake. Because it's more than a meal. I should be able to have a bloody giraffe from a property. You should. You should be able to. You should be able to have a pet lion in your backyard. And if you want to let it run freely in your front yard, you can. Well, if you haven't watched me in a while, you'd be probably fair enough to question the hair. I had to buzz it and dye it, but the color wasn't correct, and I've just had to stick with it. But yeah, I've had it for a little bit of time now, and it looks, I don't know. I don't even know how it looks anymore. I just want to shave it again so I can have it back to normal. Why is Brisbane brown and yellow on the ladder and Hawthorn's maroon and yellow? Well, I've had to explain it a few times on the stream, but Excel doesn't let me keep the color for the team. It keeps it for the cell or the column. So I can change that if you really want, but yeah. It's just a bit of a pain. It would be better if I didn't have to do that. May as well fix it half time. How'd you pull up after last night's skull knackers? What? Skull knack? Geelong Richmond. Feels so refreshing playing finals. It's been 7 years. Speaking of refreshing. Oh. Hold up. If I showed the stream, this would be just about doxing myself. What time will this game finish? It'll finish. Let's probably assume the game starts at 7:20. Oh, probably 10 o'clock, I reckon. Ravini, what do you mean by a lineup? Like in my haircut lineup? What's a crispy lineup? Oh, come on. Accidentally moved the KO. I'll put that there so I don't move it again. They did get the time slots correct. And all the people complaining, dumb, because I knew it was going to be worth it in the end, and it was, because we've had a really good Sunday. The games that matter most you have to have them last for round 24. Anyway, so I tried to get rid of the wrapping. So this is what I got from that orange for Gorange thing. I don't know if anyone was on that stream, saw the video I did, but I didn't win the finals tickets, but at least I got that in sort of, I don't know, commiserations for not finishing first. I don't know how many people actually got one of these as well, but I don't know. I don't think everyone would have, but all I know is I have it. I was considering maybe grabbing one out and trying it, but is it better if I just save the whole thing for a night out? Because I also feel like it's a good thing just to have in the just to save. You don't. I never drink for the sake of drinking. I think if you do that, you're a twat, and you may have a bit of a problem, especially if you do it alone. But if you do it alone, I can understand why some do it, and it's not for a good reason. Where'd you get your black thing for sorting a card? Look up card sorters, 18 little... I think if you just look up 18 slots, you'll find it on Amazon. Better to have soft drink at home, but that rots you. Yeah, well... Is this a no sugar? I don't even think it matters if it's no sugar or not. It's still not good for you. At least the sugar versions taste nicer. Would you care if I post that video? Oh! Can you tell me exactly what was in the video so I know it was you? No sugar means chemicals. Yeah, I know. My mum says that all the time. Yeah, she doesn't subscribe to the idea that no sugar is healthier. So if she ever has a soft drink, she never gets the no sugar version. Because what do they replace the no sugar with? They replace it with something. Otherwise, it's not going to taste close to it. When did you get the new banner? I made it last week, but I'll probably fix it so it doesn't have me with a bulldog scarf. Let's put a hole in my laptop doing that. You'd rather have less calories. And yeah, I don't give a freaking shit about calories. I actually need to have as many calories as possible because I need to gain weight. So, but yeah, but drinking 6 cans of Coke a day isn't the way to do it. Don't call Munro Jumpers an idiot. You downing a Great Northern after the game. Yeah, you can upload the video. Yeah, that was it. So I'll tell you what happened actually, if anyone else wants to know. I was at the footy last night, and afterwards, I think I was helping out Ripper and Fipper. You know, I stayed for so long after because they spend forever, the Cats fans. Catman was there for an hour, I reckon. I've got a video of Catman getting wheeled around in a bin. Fuck. Oh my god, I almost bloody placed an order for the McDonald Land Shake. That would have been such a waste. Yeah, I kid you not, Catman's in a bin. He does a private show after every game. He's the main star. Although, if you could call him the main star, I was a secondary star because I had like probably 15 photos that day as well. More than that, actually, after the game though. But they were there. No, Catman's not in prison. People call him all they want to call, but in reality, Catman's never done anything that harmful. I mean, it's Joffa, the one you're probably trying to, well, the one that you are referring to if you're talking about someone in prison. Yeah, Joffa's a pedo. Don't accuse Catman of being a pedophile, though. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Well, anyways, after the game, these blokes had like beers that they somehow snuck into the ground, like glass bottle beers. Because that's like the one, you know, when you go into the footy, they're like, make sure you don't have any glass bottles or cans. So they genuinely be more concerned with you having a glass bottle than a stick of dynamite. That's how they make it out to be. But somehow they managed to get them beers in the game. So they still had a few in their bag, and they took them out, and they were like, "Can't have a beer." I'm like, I don't really know if I want a beer after feeling a bit shit from the chocolate milk, but I got sucked into it, and then we had a beer each, and he had a video of it. Who's your favorite AFL player? The man's Messiah. The AFL goes too long. No, I don't reckon it does. I reckon other leagues go longer. Like the NBL made, oh no, MLB, sorry, the MLB. If I'm not mistaken, there are 150 games for every team. That might be the longest league I know of. I don't get how people can sit through a whole season and still seek enjoyment. Even the NBA, 80 games. 162 games per season. That's shit. Like, even I'd tune it. Imagine doing 162 weekly tipping videos. They wouldn't even be weekly. They wouldn't even be bi-weekly. They'd be tri-weekly. And isn't baseball one of those games that they take a while for a game to finish? Fuck the MLB. Yeah, they'd have to play back-to-back games. But I guess with cricket, like test matches, you can make the argument that a test match is 5 games, but it's not. But if it was baseball, it would have been. If that makes any sense. How'd you pull up the stream Fox Footy showing Melbourne v Hawthorn? What, this game? Why would Fox Footy be showing Melbourne Hawthorn? Is it possible to parachute into the ground? I don't think you'd be allowed to do that. I mean, you theoretically could do that, but you aren't going to get away with it lightly. You can't just fucking parachute onto the ground and get away with it. That'd be the same as just running onto the field. Delaying the play, it's creates a hazard on the field. It could be a safety hazard as well, or a safety risk to the players if you just land on one of them. But yeah, 26 weeks isn't terrible for the AFL. The line should be in front a lot more with all these behinds. Yeah, but those behinds were early in the game. My mate was just in the US and watched an MLB game for 6 hours. So you got 6 hours every single game. There are 162 games. So if you wanted to watch your own team play the whole season, you're watching 1,000 hours at least. That's not to mention is it the World Series, the finals or whatever they call it, which is dumb name because it's not the world, it's the country. Some MLB games are longer than that though. What do you think of the Marvel security guard during the Gold Coast Essendon game? Some were saying he was just trying to do his job, but more on my side of the fact that he was just making a stupid assumption for no reason and trying to be the hero in a situation that didn't require a hero. They put on pitch timers to make it go faster. I just don't know why they have 162 games though. Like, Jesus. Stat chat, well, how are you? Oh no, that game was really good to watch as a St Kilda fan. Just, I liked the way we actually took it up to a pretty solid side for the whole game. I'm not too pissed that we lost. We had a few umpiring calls late that didn't go away. All right, hey, they're bloody announcing the All-Australian. When is this? When are they going to have the awards? Because I want to know if I'm actually going to stream it this year. When is it? Thursday? Fuck. The Legends game's on Thursday, so I'm not going to be able to watch it. The All-Australian Awards are like one of my favourite streams to do. I don't know, I just enjoy the preparation and the predictions and all that. That's an L from the AFL. But actually, are the AFL even the ones behind the Legends game? Because I guess if not... Shit idea of doing that. That would probably mean it'd be like before the game. And they can't have it at the exact same time. Zoe in the chat saying, hey, Cardi, how's it been? Port game was good. I tipped Port. But, yeah, you got a few calls that went your way. But you'll take it. No, you'll definitely take it. Zoe. They go for 2.5. But still though, they still go for too long. If you're having 162 of them. What? Oh, I actually think I accidentally clicked confirm. I just got a notification from Uber Eats saying enjoy your order. I'm throwing my phone away so I don't make any more silly mistakes. I'm not ordering a $19 milkshake. The milkshake brings all the boys to... Is that... No, I'm not singing that. All right, third quarter, second half underway. Shit bounce. Should they remove the bounce? Because that's just sort of delaying time in a way. That just delayed 10 seconds. I didn't order it. Don't worry. The Legends game clash from the AFL Awards is like a 7v Fox thing. Yeah, I know. The AA is Fox. Goal! Goal alert! I think that's Logan. He kicks the first for Brisbane. I'm calling it. It's going to be a 100. Both sides are going to score 100 in this game. It's been a high-scoring Sunday. The lowest score so far. If you would have told me that the Saints would score 93, but still have scored the lowest score out of the North Adelaide game, the Bulldogs v Freo game, and maybe this game, I'd be telling you, piss off. They should be definitely providing more notice in that stat chat. And they're not going to have the award night on like a 5, because if it was 5 o'clock, no, even 5 o'clock though, nah, I wouldn't even be able to watch it. Oh well, it's all right. I'd rather go to the Legends game. It's more entertaining, and I can still obviously check the you know, I can check who made the team and all that on Insta or whatever, because it is a bit of a delayed award. Like it's the night is a bit dragged. They take an hour and a half to get into the main shit that people only care about, which are the squad. They spend the whole other 2 hours talking about crap. The speeches go forever. They purposely do it because they want to make more money for the ads. So Brisbane, as it stands, a third. Rayner collects it. There's Cameron. He's marked it. He'll play on and kick the goal. It's going to be a high-scoring game. Trust me. Oh. I really wish I had a Country Road one saved. Yeah, you've got to tell me, Georgia, why you didn't watch it. Did KO turn green for anyone like 10 minutes? Yeah, it did. Can't tell you how that happened or why. Doesn't matter what any of the Suns and Bombers players do on Wednesday night. The selectors will have already finalised the team. Yeah, I don't think it would matter. Like, it really wouldn't have. It normally... I reckon the team sometimes is already locked a few weeks before the end of the round. Sorry, at the end of the season. I'd almost say that, to be honest. Just about locked, maybe with one possible change. Because by now, they'd have to have a rough idea of the team. They're still seeing it. And then every single time, they cheer like they've kicked a goal afterwards. It's pretty cool. It's unique. So that's why, like, if you're ever at the Gabba and Charlie Cameron goes goalless, you'd be actually quite pissed off. Or if he's not playing, Rayner misses. So it's actually becoming a little issue now for Hawthorn this game. Why don't you just get Foxtel? Did I complain about KO? I did in the last game a lot, but not here. I mean, I used to have Foxtel, but I don't have a TV, so it doesn't matter if I got Foxtel or not. Yeah, that's not a mark. Who's your surprise All-Australian? Yeah, but I wouldn't get Foxtel even for the TV downstairs if I've got KO. It's a waste. Why would you have both? But yeah, who will be a surprise All-Australian? Because I never really give myself that much time to think about it. I'm thinking of a player that could possibly make the selection. There won't be a St Kilda player that's in there. And it needs to be sort of realistic. Worrell, but everyone's gone Worrell. It's almost become not a surprise. He might get another one here, Charlie. Paul Curtis would actually... Nah, but if he doesn't make... No, actually, no, because he didn't even make the 22-man squad. Couldn't be him. I think he's kicked enough goals. How many goals has he kicked? Misses. He's missing too... He misses too many shots, Charlie. He really could have kicked 4. Would you say Vlosten's a surprise? No, Vlosten probably makes the team, actually. Joel Frazier, there you go. He's my player. But I don't think he's going to... No, he won't. But he won't, though. But if I have to pick an underrated player regardless, he can be the one. Rookie year players are overrated. They are. But who was in the squad that shouldn't have been in the squad? Like, Murphy Reed's not an overrated rookie year player. Or as in a player that doesn't deserve to be there. But even like Harley Reid, like he can be in it, but I think Curtis has done more than him this year. I wonder if he didn't get suspended for those games, if he didn't, like he'd be in the squad. Both Reids. Murphy Reid is currently better than Harley. But because he's played more footy, fair enough, Curtis is a bit of a better player. Gunston needs to put this through against his former club. Misses the shot. Oh, it's looking likely that... Well, it's looking likely GWS play Gold Coast. No, actually, if Gold Coast win by a certain amount, they'll play Freo. That would actually piss me off a lot. So I'd love if Hawthorn came back here and not get blown away. I really don't want them to get blown away. Come on, Hawthorn. Take it out, please. If I had a Hawthorn Guernsey, I'd be wearing it. And I'm not very fond of the Hawks. I've never really been a big Hawthorn fan. Or like supporter or admirer. I don't like Hawthorn. Yes, I did hear them try and get Snoop Dogg cancelled. You reckon that's all woke? I hate the term woke, to be honest. Oh my god. Oh, I thought Fort was kicking that. They'd love to let us know that first crack is coming up. If you're watching the game on Fox, they've got the big little advertisement saying first crack coming up. Like, anyone's really going to give a shit. Like, yeah, I mean, it's first crack, but no one's counting down the hours until first crack is on, are they? Like, turn it up. Honestly. You don't like the Hawks because your mate supports them? No, I didn't like the Hawks way before that. I've got an arrogant uncle that supports Hawthorn. I've mentioned this story a few times, but he's like, he only really talks up Hawthorn when they're good. And I went to a game with him and a few other, well, my dad and all that, and they beat us by 145 points at the MCG. And he was such a... And my sister was a real big piece of shit that day as well. She decided to change clubs to Hawthorn that day. Then she changed back like 6 or so years ago. But for a bit of time, she was a Hawthorn fan. That's where that Hawthorn scarf came from. That's not mine. That was hers. But she obviously doesn't use it. Gunston goes to snap. Gunston goes to snap. And he kicks the goal. One of the few players to be playing in that game where they beat us by 145. I think probably the only player still on the list. Alongside Bruce. So, margin 14 points. Huge goal. There's Buddy. There's Birchall. Those two are in that game as well. No, actually, Buddy wasn't. It's 2014. Yeah, it was annoying. But I do have a good mate that goes for Hawthorn. But I will support Hawthorn when I need to. I supported Hawthorn last year in Adelaide. And against the Bulldogs in the final. And I actually probably want Hawthorn to beat Geelong. If they play them. Which they probably won't, because they're not even in the top 4. It was 175 to 30. Your sister changed clubs, what a simp. But she's a sister that doesn't really care about footy. So you can't... It's not... How's that a simp, though, mate? It's like the wrong definition for a simp. It's funny, though. The first 2 ever games she went to, Hawthorn won by a combined 247 points. Because the second game was a NAB challenge game where they won by 104. That was a shit game. It was a Thursday night. I remember that day I had an excursion. We went to a stupid French film and it was so shit, but we were out in the city, so everyone actually was hyped they were just in the city, but not for the movie. And that same week, the 2015 Cricket World Cup was on in Melbourne. That was where we beat New Zealand. And that Thursday was the NAB Challenge, and we got done by 104 or something at Marvel against Hawthorn. That was the second game she went to, supporting Hawthorn. She gave me shit that day. I'm like, you don't even support them. You couldn't even name 3 players. Rayner. Here we go. Brisbane are out. Rayner is out if he can get there. He doesn't. Well, drop mark, actually. Barras battle. They can't hold the ball cleanly at all. Charlie Cameron. Oh, what's he going to do here? Tries to look inboard and he finds Dunkley. Good kick. It might not have been 104. Well, I know it was in the 100. I know it was in the. I know it was 100 and something. It might have been 104 though. Actually, I actually want to have a look. NAB Challenge 2015. Anyway, Dunkley in the meantime goes for goal. He misses. Jesus, Brisbane really should be up by more when you think about it. Oh, I didn't know that. I'm looking at the website on Wikipedia. Did anyone else know there was an Indigenous All-Stars game in 2015? At Metricon Stadium. Wait, where's Medibank Stadium? Oh, that's Leaderville Oval. 41 of 49. Oh, it was 115 points, but close enough. Go Hawthorn. Go Hawthorn. Watson. Guinea. Kolshadia. Plays on. Really not a great kick at all. That was a waste. Has Bruce Revel ever played in a final? Here we go. Warple. Good stuff. Meek. That was good build-up. Yeah, we did beat them by 110 that year. That was the week that Phil Walsh died. That was that week. I think it was a Sydney... I think Port Adelaide played Sydney, was it? Or on a Thursday, and then on the Friday, Collingwood played Hawthorn. But I might be wrong with that. I just know that it was similar games that week. Meek. He's kicked it. So Hawthorn are able to kick through accurately. Brisbane aren't. That's why they're in this game. 6-3 to 2-8, they just said, geez, that's, yeah, well, that's the game. Right now, that is the game at the moment. It's a really exciting one now because it's a 9-point margin. It's anyone's game. Someone just said scoreboard down. Zoe's asked where they'll go if they win. So Hawthorn are 7th. Hawthorn would go into the top 4, and I want that to happen because I don't want to go to Freo. I really don't. I've had enough of Perth this year, it's safe to say. I really have. Both of my Perth trips haven't gone to plan. Well, the first one didn't. The second one I did plan to, but I didn't get planned to get chased. The next Gold King Challenge. It's sort of annoying. I probably won't get a Gold King Challenge out this year. Unless I want to organise one with some creators this final series, which maybe I'll do that. Maybe I will do that. Why does Bruce Reveal get... Think, mate. His first name's Bruce. So he doesn't get booed. It's Bruce. Same when Luke Bruce has the footy. Which he probably will get, a good Bruce at this game. They don't boo him. My sister asked the same question, actually, and that's a kick out in the full. I feel like the Lions, even, in this series, in this last, 6-7 years where they've been really good, they've always been really inaccurate. I feel like that, especially at home, I feel like if there's ever a game where they're dominating, sometimes they're not actually dominating the score because they're just kicking so many points and the opposition seems to always be in it. I feel like the Essendon game was similar when I was with Scotty. And I know we played Brisbane a few times over the last few years and it was the same scenario. They were inaccurate. We were sort of in the game but never felt like winning it. The AFL should have gone with Jennifer Lopez. Mate, jerk off to on your own time. These umpires are destroying the effing game. Well, without umpires, I don't think the game would be in a better spot. Lions kicking Hawthorn into the game. Yeah, that's the game so far. The Lions have been better. They've been more dangerous. But Hawthorn have just been a bit more intelligent with the footy when they've had it. Because they haven't had it as much. That'll be a free kick to Morris. Good one, Barris. It's why the Saints don't want you. Oh, never mind. He's got the fucking free kick. And the thing is, the Saints probably could very much use it, Barris. If we had Tom Barras this... Wait, that's Battle. Is that like the worst clip? That wasn't... Why did I say Barris? Anyways, Battle... We definitely could use Josh Battle. Remember I used to work at Woolies and his daughter dropped a watermelon in front of me and made me clean it up. Well, he didn't make me clean up, but I had to clean it up. You didn't gamble your money, did you? No, but a certain community member I think has and now is in desperate need for money. Lions fans unhappy. A few umpiring calls haven't gone their way. I will have to say, umpiring's been favoured probably more to Hawthorn. The Carter boy. Yeah, well, they'll definitely make a post at some stage. Ball. No. Bailey. Lions have the numbers. Marshall. 2-on-1. Should be a... No. That's silly. Free kick McCluggage. Yeah, that's a free kick from against Nash. The calls are shocking. In whose way? Because that was a fair call. But it was a dumb call to give away, though. For Hawthorn perspective, you had the outnumber. He'll miss this. They won't mark. They'll fist it over. It'll be 8-17. 8-17 to 8-6. But don't worry, Eric Hipwood's not playing, mate. Tell me what the most amount of behinds in a game has been in the last 20 years. My guess would be like 24, 25. No. Oh, Jath has dropped it. Lucky the Lions. Can they make them pay here? McCluggage is going to have another shot. Yeah, I wouldn't be too worried if I was Hawthorn right now because there'll probably be another point coming up. But he should kick this. He's missed it. 8-18. It's a recurring issue for the Lions. Yeah, Hawthorn shouldn't be in this game as much as they are. They would genuinely be kicking themselves out the 4. Brisbane winning it back again. 5 minutes and 47. 30 goals, 26. At least they kicked more accurately, though. Hawthorn once kicked 24 goals, 41 in a game. Or a similar scoreline to that. I think against St Kilda in like the 70s or something. It was a cooked scoreline. I do remember actually a game. Oh, here we go. Bailey missed it. Could this be a record for most behinds? But I do remember there was a game. I think it was 2011. Hawthorn played the Giants. And I think they scored like 25 goals, 24. Or it might have been like, actually, no, I think they scored 193 that game. They scored 27 points, I think. I think they did. Oh, Sarah, well, there you go. Sarah puts that in the chat. I didn't read that. I knew that information, but yeah, exactly. Watch Hawthorn get a goal here. Either through a free kick or through just a lucky bit of play. Giants didn't... if I said 2011, I meant 2012. Yeah, 2012. Because I know Hawthorn played Port the year before and they smashed them by like 160. Amon can't make the Lions pay for their missed errors earlier. 217. Yeah, what is with the bad kicking that end, particularly? I actually don't remember when Brisbane got their last goal. Oh, but that's just for Brisbane, though. Not with Hawthorn. So they did kick a goal earlier, but I just don't actually remember which goal or who kicked it. Brewster's on the ground. Who's off? Who is off for Bruce? Why the fuck did the commentators not even mention the fact that he's on the ground? He's a sub, right? He's always a sub. This is great pressure from Brisbane. Hawthorn are still pressing. Newcomb gives it off. Sicily kicks it high. Oh my God, Sicily. That was a huge kick. Lewis. Did they mention that? Maybe I've just it skipped past me, but I did not remember them mentioning the fact that Lewis was off for Bruce. Man, Port Adelaide were a laughing stock in 2011. They lost by 140 points at home against the Pies. And then the week after, they lost by 160 against Hawthorn. And then the week after that, they conceded the first 10 goals of the game against the Bulldogs. They had like 17,000 at their games at Amy, and they had the tarps out. And they also lost to the bye. Watson inside. Good stuff. Dunkley clears it out. Day does all right. Impey gets it out. Somehow gets it out correctly. I don't know if that was... Eamon goes inside 50. Chol is there. Big Marbia! More. Good tackle. Holding the ball. I knew Bruce was on, but I didn't remember them saying it either. Bruce is not the sub for the... Mate, we're not talking Bruce Reveal. We're talking Luke Bruce. Of course, no. Of course, Bruce Reveal has been on all game. Yeah, but that wasn't in 2011, Liam. I already knew that. I'm pretty sure there was a game in 2016 where Adelaide got 28 behind. Yeah, that game was the game, actually. I remember watching that on TV with my dad, and I was thinking, I've never seen a game with more behinds live. I kind of hope Brisbane beat that. Break the behinds record or some shit. I should just purposely kick points. Free kick against Fletcher, holding the ball, Newcomb. They'll mark this, and they don't. See, Hawthorn could make this a 5-point game, which would make things really interesting. Bruce. Free kick against Bruce, I think. Yeah. I don't know. What are people's opinions on this below the knees rule? Aim on 30. I haven't checked the stats because I haven't got the stats on the screen. Just couldn't be bothered. When the Saints go marching in. Oh, when the Saints go marching in. What the fuck? Why is that on the screen? I don't know why that's on the screen. I didn't add a source or a scene. I'm just going to check to see the stats. I guess you guys are going to have to check the stats alongside with me. Lohman from the boundary line. Oh, but he didn't kick a point. Gary Rowan got injured once and it ruined the next 10 years. Oh yeah, that was the game where he broke his leg. The SCG. I think against North as well, wasn't it? 2013 or something like that. I recognise those bloody guys in the crowd. I've seen them before. Anyway, if you're Hawthorn here, you need to be playing man on man. Don't let Brisbane get a loose player out. What year did Adelaide kick 28 behinds? Can someone give me that? I want to see how that game... Maybe at 3/4 time. I'm going to look up as well the Brisbane behinds record, because they could be breaking the Brisbane Lions. They've only been around for like 25 years. Or a bit more than that, actually. All right. Scrimshaw. Right place, right time for Connor McDonald. Don't. Ginnivan, do not be a fucking idiot, mate. Ginnivan, come on. I just did not want him to reverse that. It's as if I'm a Hawthorn fan here. I genuinely thought they were considering reversing that. No! Why? Why would you play on? I mean, I get if you can't make the distance, but that is a risk. He kicked the goal. That would have been for Eamon's 31st as well. Wonder if that'd be a fine for pushing a player into the ump. Probably. All right, what year was it then? I'm going to check when the record for most behinds for Brisbane and see if they're on track of beating that. I completely forgot the game where I needed him to kick goals, but I think it might have been West Coast. Well, we don't need that today. Right. Let's guess the game then of the most behinds in a game. Sure, you can see a stat where it will tell you. Or is there? Yeah, there is. Okay, they could break that record. They could possibly break it. You guys aren't going to remember the game though. I can guarantee you're not. Brisbane actually scored in their first year though. There was a game where they scored 7 goals, 26 against Richmond at the Gabba. They still won. They won by 18 points, and both sides scored the same amount of goals. Yeah, I'll be going to the Div 12 versus Grand Final. I won't be making a video. I just go to support. You're just looking at it. So that game was in 1997. There was another game in 2004 where they played Hawthorn, actually. So the game is to beat that one, 26 behinds. They need 8 more. I know that most behind's 41, but that'll never be broken again. There's no fucking chance this side's going to kick 41 behinds again. What year did Adelaide score 28? I reckon it was 2014 or 15. Yes, I'll also be going to the Legends game, so they'll be the same week. Should be a lot more now coming up next week. It feels like there's more coming up next week than this week, even though this week is a week of footy. 2016. Yeah, it was a home game, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. It was. Yeah, I actually, the scores looking back on it, I could have probably guessed those exact scores. Every time they were kicking points, I was cheering. Because it was a Thursday game as well. I remember it. I was watching it with my dad. North was somehow in the game because of how inaccurate Adelaide were. It's quite funny. What's your second favourite team? Probably Gold Coast. Yeah, probably Gold Coast. Because I haven't got a hate bone for them. So the margin, what is it? 11? It's 11, but it could have been 5 if Eamon actually kicked that before the siren. Do you like the Kangas? Yeah, I would like to see North actually improve quickly. I don't, you can't hate North. Like, I don't think you can really hate them as a St Kilda fan. We've beaten them the last 7 games, and I don't remember a game where we've played North where it's been one of those games where I'm just like, fuck you, North. Like, maybe COVID in 2020, but who cares about that year anyways? Like, there hasn't really been a good game between North and St Kilda in a very long time. Even in the years where I'm looking back at the history records, every close game has been a low-scoring shit show. You could be on The Voice. What, just because I hummed a song? Couldn't anyone be on The Voice if they wanted to? Well, you'll have to like go through some audition process. But fuck that. And before anyone says, oh, that should be a punishment, it really shouldn't. Like, it's just not something that I'll ever do. Fun fact, North Melbourne lost four of... Actually, no, wait. I'm reading that wrong. North Melbourne lost 24. I'm reading that wrong as well. They lost 20 of their first 24 games against the Saints. And I thought St Kilda were a shite team. All right, final quarter of 2025, home and away. Well, that really should be the final game, but it isn't because of the Gold Coast play. Essendon. Should be Brisbane. Brisbane should be winning this game. Well, they said that they should be up by 43. I can't play in the grand final. I haven't played enough games. Ginnivan marks. Feels like he hasn't done a lot, but just fight other players. Like he did at 3/4 time. Good stuff, Meek. Oh, what are you... Jeez, mate. Seriously, I every time I ruckman as the footy in that like situation like that, you get nervous. Good stuff, Ward, McDonald. They have to find something here. They will, I reckon. Bruce. Luke Bruce. Yeah. Dylan Moore. Hawthorn with the first. So they never kick more goals in Brisbane, but trail. Can you shout out my daughter, Kyra? Shout out to you, Kyra. I think that's how you say the name. Is it Kira? Kyra? Okay, I'll look at it. Well, I'll look at it later. My phone's... I've chucked it away. Good stuff, Bruce. That was a good setup goal there. They were out. They had the numbers. They somehow had Dylan Moore in the goal square. Lockie Neal or Hugh McCluggage? Well, this year I think McCluggage has been more impactful. But McCluggage has never been an All-Australian. Newcomb. Oh my God. Newcomb. Oh my God. Newcomb for one of the goals of the year. Straightens up. Misses. He balked like 4 people there. Fucking hell. You don't want to be compared to Lee Matthews. Well, you do, but like not in the sense that you can king hit a player. Lockie isn't out for this. Well, he's out for the home and away season, but he'll be back whenever they play finals. Lockie Neal, that is. Normally though, Brisbane are like that, not like 8, 20, 10 goals, 17. They find their accuracy in the last quarter and they kick like 5 goals, 2 or something. Historically, in Brisbane games I've watched, I've seen that happen. Or Ginnivan. So Hawthorn haven't been in front this whole half. Feels like they shouldn't be in front this whole game, but they were better in the first quarter. But since then, it's been pretty much all Brisbane. But Hawthorn have come back here. Oh, no. That's a bad turnover there. I reckon that was going to be a goal. Great smother. Oh, Sicily's lost his pants. Or his shorts, I should say. No, don't fucking wear pants in the footy. Gunson collects it nicely. And Ginnivan. 50. Pants down, shorts down. Dylan Moore. Can he kick it outside 50? The idea is basically creating a world AFL league. Yeah, but how would you do that realistically? They just wouldn't logistically work. All right, Moore. Who's up there? Where's Shoal? Gardner just punches it high. It'll be a point. So I say a rare point for Hawthorn, but they've kicked more now than goals. I knew this game was going to go down to the wire. The winner will play in the top 4. And I'm hoping it is Hawthorn. Gunston almost gone. Because I don't hate Brisbane, really, but they've been up in the top for a while. They did win the flag last year. McCluggage just kicked it. He is a really good player for Brisbane. Yeah, why is there smoke? Don't tell me they're going to, I don't know, stop the game because of a fire. Normally, there's smoke, they would have just, like, I don't know, set off fireworks or something. But that would be before the game. Yeah, McCluggage always in the right spot, right time. I think he's kicked 2 now. He is one that you wouldn't say surprise all Australian, but he's one that he never has been one. And he's put that one like straight through the middle as well. So 73-64. 24 and 2. Could have had 4. I think the misses have been the set shots. The set shots have always been the problem for Brisbane. They've been better on the in just general play. So Hawthorn now near the next. Yeah, there is some sort of like a foggy mist over the ground. It's not like it's foggy at the game. It was fine 30 odd minutes ago. It's affecting the quality of the game a little bit. Good work, Wilmot. Good tackle, Watson. Really, really good tackle. Really good rundown. He looks to go quickly. Oh, dear. Bruce. Looked like a throw. Guinea. Misses and it hits the post. Not the first time that 9/11's caused someone to be hit. That was a shit analogy. But they're on 9/11. That's why I said that. If we were going to have a fire anywhere in the Gabba would be a fitting spot. You reckon Dawson wins the Brownlow? I haven't actually seen his game. Oh, there we go. Impey. McDonald. Nah, you just don't want to kick it into Andrew's direction. She'll be right, Georgia. Their numbers. Good tackle. What do you think of Port Adelaide Friday night? I thought they played really well. No, I used to make 9/11 jokes so often on my streams to the point where it was a really bad look. I make them like once every month. And it's only if the scoreline's like that. And it was barely a joke. That should be a deliberate call, I reckon. It is a deliberate call. It's a regular quote. Mate, yeah, you've been around the streams where I'd say it every freaking... Not even just every stream, 5 times a stream. Good thing OG Bomber doesn't watch the videos anymore. And it's a great mark, Meek. So... Wow, okay, Hawthorn are in this still. They haven't fallen away yet. Yeah, that's a turn it up for me, that one. That's a turn it up, certainly. It's a good mark though. Lloyd May contested grab on top of Fort, I think. Or was that Gardner? They look similar. Missed it. Missed it. Poor miss. Yeah, it's the end. It is the end. The right end of the ground is just, it's like a curse that's been put on it. Yeah, I know. I used to do stupid shit like that. That's a good mark from Archie. Dan did that. What did he do? They're just stopping the game here. Slow game. Not really working for Brisbane. Are you going to Perth? Maybe. I promised all year I would go to the first Gold Coast final because it's a history-making thing, but I actually thought there was no chance that they'd play Freo. I'm like, well, at least I won't have to go to Perth, but well, it might happen because they could have played Geelong at the G, but of course they lose last Friday. I'm like, well, they'll play the Bulldogs and then they lose. I'm like, well, fuck's sakes. So I'm hoping Hawthorn win this because if they don't, then might have to go to Perth. No, Lenny, they kicked 0 goals 9, not even 1. They didn't kick a single goal. I think they kicked 0 goals 8, actually. Well, you know what? I'd rather Gold Coast not play finals. Point. Fort. I'd rather them not make finals than them playing Fremantle and Freo because they're losing that game and it'll be a waste. They're not going to get 26 behinds, but it is a rare sight seeing a side score 20 behinds. It genuinely will all come down to percentage. Especially if Hawthorn get smashed in this last quarter. McCluggage, this is for goal number 5. And I think he'll probably kick this. I said it earlier. They kick these ones late in games. Good work. All right. 9 goals, 21. What's 9 plus 10? 21! Mate, even I'm cringing when I said that. The way it came out. Fuck, I was waiting for a 9 plus 10 joke, but that wasn't the way it should have come out. So, 9-point margin. The record is 26 for Brisbane, but they won't get 26. Hawthorn need the next goal. Yeah, it was bad. At least I can admit it was shit. It wasn't like I thought I was proud of that. If I just said 9 plus 10, 21, it wouldn't have been as bad. Why do people think that just because a side like Brisbane are like top of the ladder, or one of the best sides, they're incapable of scoring behinds? As an elite athlete for the best club, you can still kick behinds. It's just sort of one of those bad, accurate sort of days. There have been a lot of times where elite sides have scored heaps of behinds in a game of footy. It wouldn't have made a difference if this was West Coast or Brisbane. In fact, if it'd be more rare if it was West Coast, because with West Coast, they wouldn't have this many opportunities. Here's a chance for Oh my God. No. Come on, Hawthorn. Please, avoid my Perth expenses, you twats. It's good tackling, but it should have been a Well, it should have been at least a mark inside 50. A bit older than half the chat. Unfortunately, you're probably right. How old is it? Like 2012? I'd hope most of my chat isn't 12 years old, and they aren't, but sometimes it seems that way with all their spamming. Chol, good handball. Gunston, come on, kick this, kick this, kick this. Misses. Seriously, the accuracy in this game has just been shit. My big call should have been 16 or more behinds combined than goals. I would have actually got that one right. Margins 8. I am in support of Hawthorn here. No, 26 isn't the AFL record. 26 is just Brisbane's record. I actually don't know what the AFL record is. Could probably check on AFL. What happened there? But yeah, no, I'll check on AFL tables. Behind records. Let's see. Where can I check that? Here. Most behinds. In the AFL era, the Brisbane Bears scored 17 goals, 30 against... Guess, actually. Have a guess what team they did that against at the Gabba that was. The Brisbane Bears in 1995. Oh, why would you not go? Oh, that's too late. Oh, good work, though. Good kick. Come on, Ginnivan. Richmond, Hawthorn, West Coast. You probably might not. No, you'll get it. You guys will know the club. Why am I saying you guys are not capable of this? You guys might not be capable if you're all 9-year-olds, but no, not Geelong, not North Melbourne. In 1995. So remember, you can't be picking like a Port Adelaide. Yeah, you go. Fitzroy. They did it against Fitzroy. Zay, you literally can't be guessing Port. Ginnivan will miss this because of the way this game is gone. But no, he stepped up and delivered. Ginnivan has stepped up and delivered. 73 to 75. This game. Fuck, it's been worth watching. It has been worth watching. They have to do this. Now if you're a GWS supporter, actually, okay, I'll rephrase that. Are there any GWS supporters watching this? Because you guys will be wanting a draw here, and there's 2 points away from that being the case. If there's a draw, you guys will finish top 4. Simple as that. I don't want to draw. I just realised, I think if a draw happens, I mean, look, it'll all come down to the Gold Coast game here for them. I really hope Essendon make a contest. If it's a smashing Gold Coast way, it'd just be a boring shit game. That's such a random comment to make. The YouTube rule, the age rule, it won't make much of a difference. I've already talked about that on a previous stream, though. I'm not going to talk about it now. With a really important game on the line here for these two clubs on a Sunday night. 75-73, 7:24 on the clock, and Ty Gallup's been subbed off for James Tunstall. Couldn't tell you much about those two players. Brisbane when I get $375 for my tipping comp. Yeah, but tipping's not over yet. Yeah, like I tip Brisbane as well, but I'm not wanting them to win. I don't care that I had my joker for Brisbane. Someone just says no chance for draw. How? There's 2 points in this. How would you know? Do you have like a crystal ball? Good tackle. Nick Watson. And another thing is, I would love to see a Geelong v Hawthorn final as well. That would be cool. Because I was never really, not alive, I was alive, but I wasn't. as a content creator, I wasn't a part of the era where Geelong and Hawthorn will be playing night finals at the G. So I haven't been to a Geelong v Hawthorn final. Be great to go to. But knowing how the AFL are going to be, they're going to schedule it at a time where I can't go to it. Shit handball. What the fuck are you doing, umpire? That was a mistake. You're a... Oh, mate, there are a lot of words that I want to use that I probably can't say on the stream. I like Bruce Reville, but can you just miss this for the sake of... Like, just to be fair. He's kicked the goal. All right, you know what? Actually, there was a moment earlier in the game where Connor McDonald got a free kick where he did not deserve it. So it's even. It's even. Shit call, though. Yeah, it'll be very controversial, that. Crystal ball says there's still a chance. I've got a crystal ball up my ass. I'll just take it out and just shine it. Did I say the Connor McDonald one? I think the one I was referring to is the Lewis one. Actually, I saw the replay there. I still think it's a bad call. Why wouldn't you be able to attend a Geelong v Hawthorn final? No, I would, but because I said I promised this whole year I would go to wherever the finals played. I'll go to Gold Coast first final because it's never happened. It'll be a new thing in history. I want to document it. But if it gets played interstate and they have this is game over now. Rayner, please miss. Fuck me. Fuck me. Well, it's not going to happen now, Geelong v Hawthorn final. It looks more likely of being a Giants Hawthorn final. Fuck. The AFL are really not going to want GWS to finish 5th and Gold Coast to finish 8th. Like, the AFL would be... Because it's not just because of the lack of ticket sales, the lack of shit given by fans. Like, I hope as much as I'm in the minority, I really hope Gold Coast Giants play in a final. I don't want to go to Perth. I really fucking don't. I've already spent enough. I've got enough to spend this next few months on. Again, I said before, a trip to Thailand and a couple other countries. Saints best and fairest and a couple of other things as well. Well, there is actually something else that I can't review, but it is going to cost a bit of money. So this is just, don't fucking do it, please. Lowest crowd for a final if that happens. Maybe. Jonathan Brown goes quiet for 10 seconds every time Buckley says a stat. Interesting. Will there be one more twist to this game? If the Lions kick a goal here... Oh, don't pay in the back. Wonder what the crowd number will be. Yeah, I actually wonder as well. You'll maybe get 15,000. You won't get a sellout. I know it's a final, and you think a final's a sellout in a stadium with like 20 odd K, but just go. It won't be a draw. If you're a GWS fan, sorry, but you're not making top 4. Crystal ball is done. It's cracked. What did Zay say? Well, yeah, that would be a low crowd. But it won't be, like, people think it's going to be 60,000 or whatever. It'll be 95 plus. It doesn't matter who you're playing. It's a grand final. There'll be enough But actually, will there be corporates that generally just won't bother going because it's Gold Coast GWS? Anyways, that's not going to happen this year. So Essendon need to compete. They need to compete on Wednesday. Hawthorn is going to be the list as one of the most disappointing teams of the round. I don't know. So they haven't been, in terms of four worst teams, they haven't been part of the four worst, but I guess they had a lot to play for and they fucked it. Gold Coast are there though, even if they beat Essendon. By the way, the round isn't over yet, so like we can't post anything yet. It's weird, but the round just isn't over. And the game, by the way, isn't over either. Come on, Hawks. Bruce hasn't been great today. Yeah, he's done a couple of good things, but he's also made a few mistakes. There's 3.5 minutes to go. The Dogs Freo game was similar in the sense that, yeah, they had like a few chances late, but it was just too much for the Dogs. They only need 3 here, Hawthorn. It is doable. If they can get one here, I reckon like a Ginnivan might be a chance. Oh, Revel. Feels like I'm a Hawthorn fan today. Wouldn't that be a shitty final? Fremantle v Gold Coast. Be the first ever first ever final between two sides that have never won a grand final since the 60s. I might be wrong on that, actually. I might be wrong on that stat. Here we go. Watson. Yes! Hawthorn have kicked it. Sorry, I got the score wrong from before. Right. So if Hawthorn win, then it will be an expansion cup final. To be honest with you, I thought Watson was going to miss that, but fair enough, he's kicked it. Yep, good finish. Can this be the finish to beat all finishes, as I believe Dwayne Russell says? 2:36 on the clock. Newcomb wins the clearance. Why the fuck are they not playing in front? Sicily shouldn't let Tunstall outmark him. Two minutes to go. I mean, the Saints were in a similar position in this game against the Giants, where they were down by 2 goals with like 2 minutes to go. But actually, no, it wasn't that. No, they conceded like a goal with 30 seconds left, actually. But we'll see. Don't let them mark. Good work, Barras. Andrews takes the mark, and it'll definitely mop up time. Minute and 7 seconds. Morris dragged that in. Oh, well, at least Hawthorn are still in the 8, but they're going to make it tough for them now. Could Freo play Hawthorn? There's no time now. Bruce Revel. The Freo can play Hawks if Suns are... Yeah, but the likeliness is low. So who's GWS most likely going to play then? Hawthorn? And it will be a Geelong v Brisbane final. The top 4 is locked in. It was the expected top 4. They've kicked 11-23 as well. So that's the equal most amount of behinds by the Lions in a game. Probably since like the mid-2000s. Damn it. So it feels like the round's over, but it isn't over. We suck ass. Can't wait to lose in 2 weeks' time. You don't suck ass. You competed with one of the better sides away from home. Like, you've got to learn to realise that you're not maybe a side that has all the pieces to the puzzle for a flag, but you're going in the right direction. I don't know why you're so fucking pissed. Like, I get you're not happy that you lost in a game we could have made top 4, but, mate, stop overreacting. All the Hawthorn fans were doing the exact same thing when they played Adelaide at the Adelaide Oval. They played all right. I would have loved to have seen a Geelong v Hawthorn final, though. Geelong would have loved to see that as well. Freo winning really pisses me off as well, though. And even if the Giants would have lost, would have been actually all right there. Yeah, Geelong will play Brisbane. So I don't know. I might go to that game, but it'll depend. What's with Geelong Brisbane finals happening every year? That happened in 2010. That happened in 2022. That happened last year, and it's going to happen again this year. But it's probably, honestly, the 2 premiership favourites, Geelong and Brisbane. At this rate, Geelong is not part of any conversation, Georgia. I don't care if the Cats have a second chance. I just don't want to go to Perth next couple of weeks. Because you know that'll be the Saturday game. Actually, I don't think Geelong v Brisbane will be a game played on a Saturday. I think that'll be a Friday or a Thursday. Are we going to predict? Let's actually just predict it theoretically. What will be the time slots? Last Crows home game was against Collingwood too, and they have to play 2 games in a row against Collingwood in a row. They'll do it without Rankin. So Collingwood will give them a chance. I actually think that'll be probably one of the best. It'll be close again. It's a good final. Because I already told, maybe not you, but I stupidly said I'd go to Gold Coast first. Actually, it's not even stupid. I want to go to their first final I said it from like a few years ago. I want to go wherever they are because it'll be a part of history. It's never happened before, so I can vlog it. I'll make a video about it, and people can watch it back. First ever final for a team, but it might be in Perth. Going to be heaps of booing against Collingwood. Collingwood fans are going to boo you a lot. And Rankin, I know he's not playing, but they'll just boo Adelaide. They don't like Adelaide. They actually, both sides hate each other. It's a bit of a rivalry they've actually built up. I wouldn't mind doing Squiggle actually before I wrap the stream up. Well, it's really good for content, but it's just really shit if it's in Perth. And I know UCAT won't let me stay at his. I just know he won't. Because if I tell him I'm going to go there to watch Gold Coast first final, I'll be like, he'll be just don't do it. I'm like, bro owes me like $230 and he's not going to let me stay at his house. Crow should ban Pies fans in the Adelaide Oval. Great idea, mate. I'm not bringing it back now. It's like one of those games you play if you've got nothing better to do, like at, I don't know, like 11 o'clock. But if anyone thinks I'm going to like stream for another 4 hours, they've got another thing coming. I've streamed for 9 hours. I probably should plan out my next week instead of just streaming pointlessly. But I will stay for a little bit because I have a few things I want to say. And I might jump on Squiggle. Do you think Quain will... He shouldn't. He shouldn't. Yeah, it was a good day of streaming. I don't regret the streams. I think all of them did pretty well. I don't think the Bulldogs free one did quite well, actually. But... it's because it kept fucking lagging at the worst times. Yeah, I don't really care about views on streams, actually. I care more about, like, just how the stream on its own is done, like concurrent viewers and chatters and all that. Views don't tell you a lot on live reactions. Because all three, I don't think have actually been heaps. Well, I might message him, actually. Do you want it to do a mock fixture with me for an off-season video idea? No, I spent too much time on that mock fixture. Like, it was fun, but there wasn't much value out of doing that, more so than just a cool idea. I'm not going to do it again. Well, that's why I reckon last off-season I probably didn't do as much, because I spent so long on that. Is UCAT still a thing? Oh, the channel's dead. But I can't speak because mine's just about as dead as it's ever been. Choking. Zorko, 300 games as a mature age recruit. I'm not doing the World Footy League. Mate, I'm actually, do you know, it really is so annoying that the Gold Coast Essendon on Wednesday. I don't want to wait Wednesday. I kind of want to know. Thought Zorko played like 350. He played his first game as a 22-year-old. He would have played 350 plus if he started as an 18-year-old. You can't seriously expect me to play AFL 26 after I've just done a triple header. Like, I'm not. I also have a life. I need to be offline for a little bit. Cheers, Blake. Where's Squiggle? It wasn't working last time for some reason, but I wanted to get it up. Well, I just it might be fun. I just don't think it's a video idea I think is going to really work. Hey, it's a video idea. It's not supposed to be confirmed or anything. It's just an idea, and I probably won't do it. 1v4, typically the Thursday night game. Yeah, I think that'll be the Thursday game as well. It will really piss me off, actually, if they play Geelong Brisbane the same day as that. Oh, why is the Squiggle website not... Who would you guys pick in that game? Geelong v Brisbane at the MCG? That's 50-50. That is a 50-50 game. The page isn't working. I will contact the site owner. I reckon I'm going to contact the Squiggle site owner like they're going to do anything about it. Brisbane, Brisbane, Geelong, Geelong, Brisbane, Geelong. So that's even as it gets in the chat. Barkus Bond. I don't know if you have been on the stream for that long, Blake, but I'm pissed off about all this because I said the only in-state trip I was going to make during finals would be, or even if it isn't in-state, would just be the first ever Gold Coast finals game, and it looks like it might be in fucking Perth. I thought Freo weren't making finals, so I was cheering on Saints because it would have helped that. I was cheering on the Bulldogs. The three teams I wanted to win all lost today. Use the AFL website ladder predictor. Might have to. Okay. Where's ladder predictor? Freo's Suns is a revolting final. Yeah, but it could also be the Giants Suns as well. That'd be even worse. Finish with a fantasy rank of 40-30. Do you not have any Suns and Essendon players in your team, or are they not counting that game? Are they counting that game? I couldn't care about fantasy anymore. Onwards and upwards for next year. Now I've got to prepare for the Cardi medal. I've got to prepare for my stadiums video. I've got to prepare for big final series. I can't be slacking over the finals. That game doesn't count. So maybe because it was supposed to be opening round. And if that's the case, yeah, fair enough. All right. Well, can I at least predict for that last game? Oh, this one hasn't updated yet. Has it? Oh, it has. Why can't you predict by like the accurate? They won by 10. When's your All Australian prediction coming out? Probably never, unless I wanted to do one on my second channel, which I might, but I'd have to put research and all that into it, so I can't be. Maybe I won't have the. I'll try. I'll try. I actually will try. We'll see. Gold Coast. Let's just see. So they win by 20, 30, 40. Shit. Shit. It's confirmed that they're going to play Freo. Fuck me. What if they get... Why? It's confirmed. There is no chance that it's not going to be 10 plus points or more. That pisses me off severely. You reckon the ladder predictions, the ladder No, it's not glitch because I probably look at this. Cats Lions will be a ripper, and now I probably won't be able to go to that because I just know the AFL are going to put a shit schedule for that. Wait, Hawthorn's 120.9. Okay. Why is Squiggle not working here? So Hawthorn's percentage is currently 120.9. So the margin will need to be kept under 30 points on Wednesday. That's going to be very interesting. Have you got a video idea we can... Well, probably not. I haven't really got to know you that well yet. Like, maybe you can help out with like a TikTok or not, but like a main channel video idea, probably not. It'd probably be a little bit too difficult to plan. Yeah, we love Darcy Wilson, Blake. No, again, not to be rude or anything, but like for someone that I only just met, or not met even, I just found out about on the stream today, you've jumped the gun very quickly to plan a huge video idea that I don't even want to do logistically. Check if Squiggle's working. It always does this mid-game. But I will let you know, actually, if there is something that I need as a bit of help. I've got you on TikTok and all that. But you're 12, mate. I don't want you to like spend all day trying to put your time into a video or something like that. Yeah, interesting. So I just had a look, right? It looks like the margin's about 25 to 30 points. I might actually see how much flights are to Perth before I do that. I just want to make sure I haven't got any weird shit on my page. Well, Blake, I said I was going to go to the first ever Suns final that they played, and I know that I am not going to be able to convince anyone in the community to go with me, so it's going to be a shit solo trip, and I know UCAT won't let me stay at his. Which means either I stay at Heels' house or... Because ultimately I wouldn't care who wins or not. I'm just going for the sake of it. Let's see. This is going to really piss me off here. I might not do it. I genuinely might not do it if it's too much. Fuck me on a Monday. Yeah, I'm not going to spend $1,000. Mate, so genuinely... Oh, what? No flights found? What? Oh, the system's timed out. Yeah, I was going to say, there definitely would be flights. I could try Virgin Australia. Blake, that's not true. And I know for a fact that isn't true because it's just a crash from the website. Flights wouldn't be so booked out 2 weeks in advance. I booked flights a day before and I got fined. Okay, there we go. This is a bit better. This is cheaper. Virgin. I'm just assuming Friday, Saturday. Let's just see how much you could get it for. Wait, Georgia, I'm on a stream. Far out. You'll literally sound like a 9-year-old fan of mine, actually. Ironically enough. I can't book shit yet because I don't know if they're even playing in Perth or where they'll play, but I'm just... Oh, it just is. It's just it's so annoying. You know what I mean? Like it's just a waste of money. Brother, it was something good. Okay, but I'm streaming right now, and I haven't even got my phone with me. Just stop sounding all desperate. Fuck. What is it? If it's so good, it better be a $600 Virgin Australia travel discount voucher. Then don't go. Yeah, but I really do want to go because it's an opportunity that won't come again. I might not go. I've got to charge my phone. Wait, I can use the charger that I accidentally. Mate, don't make me look like the bad guy, Georgia. No, she's not my sister. He threw away his phone because it. Yeah. I never said you did anything wrong. I just said you don't have to be so adamant of me checking my messages when my phone's away. Like, it's spamming me like I had to check them straight away. Like, give me a break. I was in the middle of something. Alright, I've got to check this message now. I've got to charge my phone. Have I got battery? A man sticks to their word. I feel like I've stuck to my word for a lot of this season, to be honest. The only time I could probably haven't is where I maybe say on a stream, I have a video uploaded tomorrow and I don't. Because I always overestimate the amount of time, underestimate the time I need to get it done. And unless I want to do 14-hour like edits, sorry, but I always run out of time. Top 4 is sorted. Better get started on these finals graphics. You're sort of starting a bit early, mate. You don't even know when the times and dates are going to be. You've got no idea. $55K. We need $60K. All right. What are the messages? Apparently, it's really good news. So I better be thrilled. Remember when it said to you, will you come to Perth again this year finals? But you said there was no chance now. Well, no, I never said that. Well, I might have said that, but I only said that because I actually thought there was no chance of this happening. Well, okay. It's not gonna. Oh, no, fine. And now my mate, oh, damn it, I just freaking remembered. You wouldn't believe this, but I agreed to my mate 3 months ago that if Hawthorn play a final interstate, I'll go with him to that. And and now he's just saying, all right, looks like we're going to Sydney. You telling me I've got to go to Sydney and Perth? Oh, fuck. Maybe I'll just go nowhere and I'll just sit in my bloody room and just cry. Fuck. Mate, if I would have known all this, I wouldn't have gone to Thailand. I spent $900 on flights and a bit of accommodation because I'm going with my freaking family on the in October for a bit of a 1 week getaway, bit of a Jet2 holiday. Now fucking have to do this shit. I was so confident that I wouldn't have to spend a cent to go on a final because think about it, if Hawthorn won, they would have played Geelong in Melbourne, so we don't have to worry about that. And Gold Coast could have played in Melbourne as well against the Bulldogs. You frauds, absolute frauds. Is there a sponsor out there watching this that wants to get me these fucking flights? Because I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do this. Mate, I'm going to be a big Essendon fan next week. But I actually want Gold Coast to make finals, though. I like Gold Coast. But I don't want them to win by more than like 28 points. Drive to Sydney, it's not that far. Mate, if I do Sydney, uh, with my mate for the Hawthorn game, then we'll probably drive there, yeah. Suns won't lose. You could beat any. You could bet anything. How about this, mate? I'll put $500 on Wednesday for Gold Coast to win. But it just wouldn't be as satisfying as if Essendon won because I actually could make a lot of money. Crows Pies only. No, no. Brisbane Geelong also. I hot take. I think the elimination finals this year are going to be really shit. Like, you know, all these people hype up this final. I think this is going to be a really shit final series. I just have a feeling it's going to really be just crap. Let's not follow everyone in the media and say this is going to be the best year of all time. It is actually going to be a really... Hopefully I'm wrong, though. Oh, here. Squiggle's working. Let's see. All right. Add a window capture. Put 10 grand on Gold Coast win so you can buy your flights. Fuck off. And then I'll lose it. And I've now lost 10 grand. And I've now not had to worry about it. All right. Let's see. Percentage is right. Gold Coast, if they win by 23 points. It's a Sydney. And I know I would still have to travel to Sydney, theoretically. But Sydney and Perth, think about it. And my mate said he wouldn't do it if it's Perth. He said he would not go if it's Perth. $27 points. I'm not against the greats. Actually, I am against it. This year I've had torture. So I've been tortured when I've been in WA, to be honest. But it's just not cheap to get there and back. Crows Pies Thursday is official. Really? Mm. That does piss me off, and I've got to figure out what I'm going to do soon. Do, 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 do. Yeah, not even the ladder predictors are thinking anything like that's going to happen. So, I'll be a big Essendon fan on Wednesday. Where do they say they confirmed the Thursday one? Hey, I am saying that it's going to happen. That's why I'm pretty pissed off, me Smash Games. I never said that there was a good chance it wouldn't happen. That's why I'm pretty pissed off. What did the... What crowd did they get for the Bulldogs game? Yeah, maybe I won't do it. Maybe I won't do this video. I don't know. Probably not even worth it. But it'd be cool. It would be pretty cool. So what did Blakey Play say? Crows Pies Thursday, Cats Lions Friday, Giants Hawks Saturday twilight. Okay. I wouldn't hate that. I mean, I want to go to the Cats Lions game, but I wouldn't hate that. What were you doing in Sydney? From Sydney to Melbourne. I don't know. I should probably end the stream now. There's not much more for me to say, and I should probably figure out the week ahead and what I'm actually going to be posting and how much videos I want to actually post, how realistic all that's going to be. I'm really pissed off about this because, like, it just happened, like, literally a day after I already paid for I think it was like $800 for other flights. Because I thought, nah, this isn't going to happen. Keep refreshing the AFL app. Fixtures coming out in the next hour. But there's still one more game to play. So you don't know what will happen yet. The top 4 fixture will come out, but I think it'll be Adelaide Collingwood Thursday. That sounds likely. Yeah, it can't come out yet. When do you reckon the finals ticket come out? You're asking the wrong bloke. You are really just not asking the right bloke. Yeah, well, top 6 is locked. Because top 6 is locked, that helps. Do you really think Freo v Suns at Optus is 50-50? For me, I just can't see Gold Coast winning that game. All right, let's go to Squiggle then. Fuck it. I was at Squiggle before. Let's go back. I wanted to check, actually, who plays who if certain... So I think if we're being realistic here, let's actually be honest. I unfortunately think this will be like 40. So I think Adelaide win. I think the Giants win. Freo, they were wrong. They were wrong. It'll be second, third v fifth and sixth. Wait, no, never mind. No, they were right. Okay, never mind. It's 6 and 7. So Freo are going to play the Geelong or Brisbane. Let's say Brisbane. So these semi-finals, Geelong, Freo, Collingwood v GWS. So I think you've just got to tip Geelong, and I'd want to tip Giants, but let's just go Collingwood. So the prelims, if Adelaide and Brisbane win qualifying finals, there won't be prelims in Melbourne. But if Collingwood and Geelong win, there won't be any semi-finals in Melbourne. But if one of the two clubs win, there'll be a final in Melbourne each week. So, yeah, there you go. You really wouldn't want to Cats v Freo semi. Piss off, it'd be 40k. That's the stupidest statement I've read all stream. Geelong Freo 40k, you reckon? Collingwood Freo got 90k a few years ago. St Kilda GWS got 70k. That game will get 75k plus. At the very least. It'll probably get 80 plus. Honestly. Freo haven't got a bad fan base. They'll come out for that game if they make it. Geelong will come out as well. Because it was looking likely that Geelong would play Gold Coast, remember? Remember that? 40K, you reckon? For a final? Who's Saints playing the final? Carmen, do you think Hawks have one more roll of the dice? Well, this isn't like a game of Yahtzee, but yeah, they have one more game. They lose that, they're gone. So, well, yes, in a way, you're right. A Q Clash final would have been cool. That would have been pretty cool. But I think the only way that'll happen if it's a... Actually, wait. Hold up. Refresh. Just hoping this will refresh. Just hoping this will refresh. Have I clogged up the site again? You'll make a bet. You'll make a bet that if Don's winning against Suns, you have to travel to Adelaide final stream overnight. No, I'm not agreeing to that. What's in it for me? I can't win in that situation because in all of these stupid bets, I pay the money to get at these flights. That's money that I work quite hard to earn, and I just throw it away in a heartbeat. Like, I'll probably be throwing away $600 just for the sake of doing it. No fucking way I'm doing that. I've got a slight feeling that if we beat GWS... Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I could see that happening. I actually could see that happening a lot because we almost beat them. We almost beat them. Just now, I can't even refresh Squiggle. So it works. It works for one moment, and then now it's just gonna. Because I'm gonna check one more thing before I was probably gonna end the stream, and now I've got to wait. Maybe I'll have to contact this bloke, Max Barry. Hold up. This is the guy I think that runs Squiggle. Is it? Has anyone like accidentally ever clicked this guy's name when they're on Squiggle and now they just... Was that Gary Uplet? Max Barry is the author of 7 novels and the creator of the popular online game Nation States. Why is Squiggle not put anywhere in this? Now we're going to go on this popular game Nation States. Nation States is a nation... You know what? I could go to another tab here. Just for now, though. What is this? It's one of these sort of games. It can't be very popular, can it? This is the guy that runs Squiggle, it looks like. Mate, I don't give a fucking shit about this guy. I wanna bloody get low. Here we go. Alright. So what was I gonna look at? Well, I don't know. Why is it 00000? What the fuck are we doing? The site's broken. There's only one game for the whole year. Essendon win the flag. Oh my god. Wait. The site's broken. The site's broken. I've just made Essendon play Colton in the grand final. On that note, we're ending the stream. We'll find out on Wednesday if I'm going to bloody Perth. I might not even bother doing it, but I kind of want to. And I'm going to figure out what I'm doing with that Sydney trip as well, if I'm even going to do that. So a lot of money spent soon. Please watch the content. I'll post tomorrow because I have a video by then ready. I'm not doing another all-nighter though. But Yeah, so that's it for tonight. I'll read the last few questions or statements. It's been 84 years. What is this debate? Yeah, so if there are people debating over it still, thinking that it won't get more than just a straightforward question. If Geelong played Fremantle a semi-final, which is a fairly possible chance of happening at the MCG, then how many fans will be at the game? Blakey, all right, now I want to have an argument with you because Collingwood, yes, it was overwhelmingly majority Collingwood fans, but there were not just 5,000 Freo fans. I was there. There were at least 10 to 15k Freo fans, I reckon. All right. Can you tell me right now what clubs have a bigger fan base out of Geelong? What two clubs have the bigger fan base out of St Kilda, Fremantle, GWS, and Geelong? Put it in the comments right now. What two clubs? I didn't say what one. What two clubs? Put it down between those four. What two clubs out of Fremantle, St Kilda, Geelong, GWS have the bigger fan base? Just put it in the comments. I know this isn't a St Kilda bullshit fairy tale story analogy. I assume we're going to see Geelong and Freo in the comments. So all these dumb nuts thinking that one of those sort of games will be getting like max 50k when... Well, even if it is St Kilda and Geelong, you can't say that the Giants have a bigger fan base than any of those two teams. How did St Kilda Giants then get 68,000 at the MCG? I always throw back to that. If those two clubs get 68k for a final, Geelong and Freo will get way more than that. 65k. If it's 65k maximum, genuinely, if there is a crowd of less than that, I will streak Swan Street nude after that game. All right? In whatever bloody attire you want me to. You know what? 65 is a risk. If it's under 50, because you originally said 50. If it's under 50, I'll streak Swan Street nude. Actually, maybe not nude. Yes, nude, because it's not going to fucking happen. It'll be well over 50. It'll be probably 70. So, yeah. We're just about to end the stream, but I just wanted to say that. I won't do it because it's not going to have to. It's not going to happen. Won't have to worry about it. You know what? Fuck. I'm in the mood here. Where was that tab that I had before? Let's go and find previous finals and attendances. Melbourne, Sydney got 78,000 at the G. Geelong, Brisbane in 2024 got 92,000. Don't tell me they're the massive clubs. One's an interstate team. There. Mate, if you're getting an MCG final, you're guaranteed a 70,000 crowd, basically. But, anyways, I've sort of already talked about Geelong Freo 20, because that was back then. You're comparing it to a time that isn't now. That's back then. I can't tell you exactly why crowd was so shit. But stop looking at back then, because you look at back then, look at some of the other shit crowds for finals. Collingwood West Coast got 65k. There is not a chance Collingwood West Coast, two clubs with a 100k fan base, will get that little of a crowd now. Hawthorn Adelaide 69k. All MCG finals for some reason weren't getting massive crowds. Hawthorn Collingwood would get 97k now. Sorry, you couldn't see that. I'm just going to go and find a few other examples here. Geelong West Coast 60k for a prelim. Hawthorn Sydney got 55k. That's pathetic. Geelong Hawthorn got 73k. So that's 73k for Geelong Hawthorn. And 55k for Hawthorn Sydney. That's shit. No one's suggesting Freo making the grand final. I don't know why you think that. Really, honestly, the only times that Collingwood get a big crowd at the MCG is, well, the only time the AFL get it is if Collingwood are playing. Well, even here, Collingwood Bulldogs got 66k. And St Kilda Geelong got 63. Don't compare finals in the 2010s and 2000s at the MCG to now, because you get bigger crowds now. I don't know really why. There has to be a reason for it, but it's just the case. Well, actually, all right, pre-COVID, Blakey plays. After COVID, it's been different. I don't know why. Maybe the advertisements have gone up for these sort of games. There's more sort of, I don't know, attraction. Fans have more of an attraction to go to finals. Maybe more people are more inclined to go to neutral games. I don't know what it is, but it's whatever. I don't think it'll be under 60k. And I've said it the whole freaking time. People have argued against me. All right. Anyways, just about to end the stream, and now I feel like having another discussion. Fuck, I am not so bad. If I had like a program that I had to end at a certain time, I'd be axed off the air straight away. No, I'll end it now. All right. Thank you for